Ladies and gentlemen, that is right. It is Man Bun Monday once again. That's right. We're going back in time. You can't stop me. Hello. How are you? My third and fifth client do not behave properly with Chatterino, but the other three are working perfectly, so that's awesome. Hi, how are you? Sorry for making you wait so long today. I actually blame another capsuleer for that. He was doing things that made me do things. I had no choice but to rob him. I had no choice. How are you guys and gals? Nico is here. First chatter of the day. Friend of the show, Nico. How you doing, mister? Konome here as well. Very enthusiastic, although feeling a bit bad because of the spicy nuggies. You should have washed them down with some choco milk. That would have balanced it all out for you. What's up, Koname? Blitz, third musketeer of the day. Shout out to my early birds. If you're here before you see me, you're an early bird. If you get here after you see me, you're not an early bird. All of you are early birds. Feels good, man. Tank is here. Biscuit is here. Got a couple of handsome chatters here. Let me just do a quick wave to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Just in case anybody stumbles in there drunk and despaired. I was almost not going to stream today, but I was like, you know what? I like streaming too much. I like streaming too much to not stream. Just me, Eve. What's up? How are you? What's going on with you? You enjoying life? I'm about to have some coffee. I have not actually bought good coffee yet. Right now, I'm doing dolce de leche. I don't know how to say it, but it's Latin American, and it smells and tastes fantastic. So that's all I need. That's it. That's all I need to satisfy myself. But I'm interested in getting some actual coffee beans here soon. War Daddy, what's up? How are you? But it's a bit coarser of a grind. Are you a coffee or a coffee powder enjoyer? Oh, powder. So I've always drank coffee from like um, a drip machine, which is fine. But chatters were telling me to try something else, so I am trying it out. Why not, right? A little bit of French press, maybe control the beans. Let no cream. See, the meme with me is I used to put cream in like equal parts to coffee, and it was just unfucking acceptable. It was just not okay. People were happy to tell me that, even though I felt like it was all right. Maybe they're onto something. I don't know. I don't know everything. I'm willing to learn and try new things. So let's prepare our little press here and give that a few minutes to steep. Snack on some coffee powder. Hell yeah. Tank says I'm kind of annoyed. I'd love to fit my PNI, but we got a war to fight first, so got to save Is for that. Wait, who are you part of now? In it? You're part of it. Guys, we're on a Vital Core Reservoir cloud today, and I'll do story time here shortly. We're on a Vital Core Reservoir. This is like, it's got to be like number 6 core of the week or something for me. And like, I don't go full Nico. Like, I'm not good. I'm not good like Nico might be, or Bang Biscuit. I'm not good like these guys. I just take what's in front of me, but the core gas won't stop coming. And it won't stop coming. Blowfell, what's going on? Spotted notification this time? Hell yeah. What's going on? Right on time. About to have some cafe sans. We're going to mix languages here. Lay. Pagel is here. Holy guacamole truckin' moly. What's going on? Guys, ready for a little bit of story time? Now, I'm going to try to be respectful to the person that is involved in this story. What's up, Blue Gray? The reason I'm late is because I logged on Eve and, well, I'll just pull the band-aid off. Somebody was ratting in a C6 system that was all rolled off and full of Vestal holes and nobody in. So I am a simple capsuleer. I see somebody ratting and I want to take their stuff. Father Dev says, I'm here, I'm queer, let's rock. Fuck yeah, dude. Today, on this blessed day, we're all queer. Volume's pretty low in this end, or is it just me? Everything should be the same. Is my volume lower for anybody? Anybody on Twitch noticing my volume lower? It actually looks like it might be lower. Ah, interesting. Okay. Hey, Cassie. Let me look at this real quick. Check, check, check. Yeah, that's definitely lower. Interesting. Yeah, so all the levels on my end are actually the same. I haven't touched anything. No idea what's going on. Huh. Thank you for letting me know, though. I can't even tell unless somebody tells me because I've been streaming so long. I don't even look anymore. So what's the dealio? Interesting. Well, I can just turn the music down a little bit, and we can just add some decibels to the mic. Yeah. Very bizarre. I'm going to start off with 3 decibels. I really feel like this should probably be closer to what you're used to, but still avoiding the blowout. I'm going to put the gain before the limiter so I don't blow your ears out. That would be amazing. Thanks for letting me know that the volume is low, War Daddy. Please follow up on that. Let me know if it's any better or if you'd like me to adjust it. I know you're not supposed to ask for help as a streamer for your audio and video, but I'm asking for help. Cassie Bear, hope you're doing well. Trash Daddy Gamer said, thought the mic sounded different. Really? Huh. All right, I'm going to listen to it myself. Hold on 1 second. Check, check. Ooh, that's crazy low. What the hell? Check. Well, this isn't good. Give me a moment here, chat. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Okay. I think I'm onto something here. Hold on. Yeah, definitely still lower. Let me keep playing with it, guys. Sorry for the bad quality stream here. My apologies. It is definitely quiet, though. I think this is a system issue, not OBS. Hello? Oh. Check. Hello there. It seems like it might be back to normal. So, hi, how are you? It's me. We're back. Okay. So it turns out that somehow my volume knob on my new keyboard controls the audio output and the audio input. So I put both of them at 50%. Gonna have to do some tweaking on the keyboard. What's up? How are you? Thank you guys for the troubleshooting. How are you? I hope you're well, and thank you for being patient through the troubling technological turmoil and turbulence. All right, I think we're back. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Cranit, what's up, guys? Gals, friends, Fados, NBs, everybody else. How y'all doing today? Little story time? Tweaking on the keyboard knobs. I think Koname might be my horniest chatter. Can we get Koname a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Fubi, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you guys. A little time for the French press. If you're French, please close your eyes. I don't want you to see this. Ooh. That is incredibly xenophobic. This coffee's called Dolce con Leche. Have you tweaked the recipe? I have a new set of coffee grinds, but they're just from the store. They're still shitty. I want to get like actual true coffee beans and grind them up later. Fubi says, I started watching Nomad series on YouTube. Quite entertaining. Thanks for making it. You're welcome. And thank you for sharing that. I always like to tell people this when they come in and say that. I'm still making it. Working on episode 16. In fact, may have just got some footage today. Tank, have a wonderful day. If you come back, I hope your day continues to be awesome. If not, well, you know. Win some, lose some. Maybe we could get enough bits together for a sex bot. It's my turn with the sex bot. It's fine. It's just tech finagling. We all have to do it sometimes. Yeah. So one thing I'll mention, Blofeld, not Gick, by the way. How are you, buddy? Over on YouTube. One thing I'll mention is that when people come in to watch a stream, there's two types of people. Some people are like, oh, they just want to see you figure out streaming and make it work. Other people want to be entertained, right? And so I try to remember that both of those people exist. You just happen to be one of those people who are happy to see me do whatever. Some people want to be entertained, and fixing the mic doesn't do it for them. But regardless, I think we can all have fun here. Our sex bot comrade. You have to run the ads before pressing. You're right. You're right. It tastes good, honestly. Now, this is like not normal coffee. This has got to be like some flavored shit. I have no idea what this is. Anyway, story time. Hello. So I'm going to try to do it respectfully and not make this person sad. But long story short. In fact, no, we're not going to do long story short. We're going to do short story long. That's right. My cat's laying in the sun. So cool. All right. Is the story good? Oh, is the coffee good? Yeah, the coffee's good. But this is cheating, though, because I think they flavor this in some capacity. Right? We're here for another shirt change on stream. Like, yo. It's partially because I drank too much coffee, partially because I'm a fat fuck. Appreciate you, Blofeld. What's up, Swedish? TOS violate. Are males allowed to show nipples or no? Asking for a friend. All right. So here's the story. I log in today. I'm about to start streaming. And I noticed that there are only a couple of wormholes in this system. Now, that's important because there's only a couple statics in this system. SBT, it's going well. Thank you for asking. How are you? So immediately alarm bells go off. I'm like, wait a second, did somebody roll this hole off? Because usually there's wandering connections in these types of systems, right? I'll leave it at that. And so, sure as shit, somebody did roll it off, because as soon as I start thinking that, I see a couple of dreads enter D-scan. I'm like, okay. And then I see a couple more. Drone Bay, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. Hope to Bob. You're having a good week. So now at this point, I see 4 dreads. 3 Nagelfar fleet issues and a Zernitra. I found a vital core reservoir in a C3 for the first time the other day. It was probably a shattered wormhole, was it not? I'd be willing to bet that you were either in a 13, class 13, or you were in a shattered class 3. Shattered systems can spawn sites that don't belong. I'll leave it at that. So it's not new. Tiwas Balderson, what's up? So I see this guy in 4 dreads coming to stream, okay? So I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? He clearly rolled himself in here, is about to do a bit of ratting. I find his anomaly, I go there, I watch him rat for a bit. Now, has anybody ever done any dread ratting before in chat? If you haven't, that's okay, because I haven't. You're allowed to say no. Has anybody actually done it though? You guys familiar with something called the drifter that spawns, right? After you finish a site in high class, you can shoot a structure and spawn a very powerful enemy that drops a lot of loot. What's up, Gail Hames? So this one enemy drops 300 million worth of blue loot every time, right? And so the rest of the rats drop normal loot. What I like to do, and it's a bit of a game for me, is I like to steal the loot from the drifters, from Dread Ratters when I find them. It's like a little mini game for me. Every time you do it, you get 300 million ISK. It takes 1 second. The only problem is you have to wait for them to rat. So I waited for this guy to rat the first site, and then he warped his 4 guys off to the next site. And then I warped in and stole the loot from the drifter and then warped off cloaked, and he didn't notice. So then he's doing the second site. And then he brings his Noctis to the first site, and then he finishes the second site. So I warp my Eris to his Noctis, I kill his Noctis, I kill his pod, take the loot, and then I go back to the second site and then steal the drifter loot from the second site as well, right? So at this point, he's like, motherfucker, and like he warps all of his dreads off, he like DMs me, hits me up, he was really nice. But all things said and done, I cleared both fields, and I interrupted him right when he started. If I would have waited for him to go hours, like this would have ruined his month. What's up, bandits? Thank you for the support the other day. So if I would have waited for him to clear like 10, 20 sites, I could have like knocked him out for tens and tens of billions there, right? But I don't really care to do that because number one, it's too much patience required. Number two, it's too cruel. Number three, I don't even need this. So what the fuck am I doing? So what I like to do is to steal the drifter loot. And then I like to kill the salvager. So I did just that. Killed the Noctis, killed 2 of his MTUs, stole double drifter loot. All things said and done, 1.6 billion in the pocket. And I must have pushed like 3 or 4 actions to do it. Granted, I had to sit there for a while to have him clear the sites. But it's really fun when you're inside of a wormhole that they think is sealed off and they don't know you're there. Super fun. Anyway, he DM'd me. He was super nice. He actually knew of a Nomad Tail. So I gave him 600 million back from the drifters because might as well break bread. And he asked me to hit him up when I post episode 16 because he's certainly going to be in it. Joe Lost is here. What's up, dude? Cranit slipping on in here. The chill man of the stream. Well, for now, I'm drinking coffee to the face. No sugar, no cream. Just pure, unadulterated, caffeinated joy. Okay, so we stole 1.6 billion ISK. We gave 600 of it back to the guy. A billion ISK. It's a wash. I'm not going to tell you who he was. I'm not going to tell you anything else because I'm not even going to post the Z kills because I don't really like to ruin these people's like lives. Just their day. That's all. Just the day. And if they hit me up, I honestly usually give them the loot back too. I've done this a lot now. Well, not a lot. I've done this enough to like say it's something I do, which is to find Dread Ratters, live in their hole until they rat in front of me and then just take their loot and they can't stop me. It's pretty wild. What side is this? This is called a Vital Core Reservoir. And the prospects look a little bit like this. That's like getting dunked on in basketball. You're the guy in the poster getting No, he was really cool. He was really happy that I didn't kill his dreads. I mean, Avast? Hell yeah. This is a Vital Core reservoir. This is one of the more... well, this is the biggest site in the game, gas-wise. And has the most money. But generally, instrumentals are a little bit more favored than vitals because not everybody knows how to do the vitals. Cough, cough. Me a couple months ago. Christian, how you doing? Joe, I hope you're having a wonderful week, mister. Any more IRL streams? Blofeld says, new bro query. Is it wrong to just sit and stare in wormholes? No, of course not. No, it's okay. It's not like looking at a girl's boobs because... You know, that's kind of creepy. Wormholes, it's okay. You're allowed to do that. Titan Havoc says, Chlorokin, when you move your nomad setup between holes, how do you check for active sticks, comet probes, or warp T celestial? Yeah, so, you know, it's been a long time since I first started a Nomad Tail, and these days my setup has, you know, been refined, and I have different options. So this is more reminiscent of when I started. But before, when I would move the Orca around so frequently, I would certainly look for sticks. I would certainly look for anybody in the system. Yep. Titan, good to see you. Four coveters, my man. What are you orbiting? I'm ordering a mobile depot. So did he continue ratting or peace out? No, he stopped. No, he thought I was going to kill all his dreads. You got to understand, somebody with 4 dreads is often just food. Like, they'll fight back, but they're often just food, so they think they're going to die at all times. Even though they have such powerful weaponry. Oh yeah, I killed his Noctis pod too. The only reason I killed his Noctis pod was because he ejected, so I figured he had amazing implants, so I killed him. Beta says you just drop a mobile depot in orbit at. There's a bit that actually goes into this, mechanic-wise, but basically, yeah. Blofeld, you have my permission as a comrade of the wormholes to stare at anything inside of a wormhole you want, as long as you have consent. If it's a wormhole, though, they give you consent, trust me. Dan Cravey, what's up? Just be careful what comes out of them. But yeah, the challenge here, and I've talked about this a lot, and we'll be talking about this in my video and stuff. I'm kind of sitting on it now out of respect to Nico, but the idea is using math, you can technically speed tank these, but you better know what you're doing. You're going to lose a lot of money. If you're a syndicate, bro. Nico, I heard my name. I said I'm not sharing the Vitcore strat quite yet, word for word, out of respect to you. Good to see you, Gravy. Hope you're doing well. Man, this coffee is actually quite tasty. I know it's not, it's like, and I keep mitigating it because I'm pretty sure there's like, there's artificial flavors in here. Yeah, there are. So this isn't even just pure beans. They definitely put something in here. But I'm still drinking it black and it tastes good. So maybe, who cares? Like Pagel said, right? If I like it, that's all that matters. So I'm almost full, by the way, already on this site. And these sites have 5 trips. 38 minutes a trip. That's a long time. We probably won't finish this today unless I'm just feeling hecka committed to it. But hey, you know, I'm here. I'm chit-chatting. I'm chilling. Got infinite things to talk about as usual. My chat tends to like the just chatting streams too. Love a drop of beaver castorum in my beans. It does have vanilla notes in it. Lucky Crab says you should pick up the guitar and pop off. I should. See you, Blitz. Making me want to get a coffee. Yeah, this is supreme right here. Lucky, I have a bit of anxiety about performing music for people one-on-one, even though I've been in bands and ensembles and orchestras. So the idea of performing for my stream is crazy for me. Like, it actually makes me start to like sweat thinking about it. But I can play the guitar, and I will play the guitar, but I'm going to do like a community event for it. Stand by. I downsized from an orchid to a porpoise, and the amount of freedom to hop between holes has been so refreshing. No sticks either. Yeah, so I call that Titan. Of course, these are just my names for it. I own absolutely nothing. The Nomad playstyle came long before me, and it'll exist long after me. But I call the porpoise style of no sticks, I call that ghost caravanning. I call Orca plus starbases, I call that stick whaling. And the Orca, sorry, the Rorqual, I call that the mothership, even though mothership has another connotation in Eve. Supers. Wish they did a mobile compressor. Ah, man, feels good. Feels fucking good. Kanan, USA, what's up? Giving stuff funny names, that's half my series. True Strangers and Ghost Caravans. I wish you could see my cat right now. Oh, goodness. Well, I injected some points into Jack and Jill, by the way. They're not quite ready yet. I certainly have a small group of people that want to blops with me. Hopefully I can get that organized this weekend and actually get out to Curse. A couple people said they would come by on Saturday to do it with me, so it should be fun. Maybe even next week we can run around Scalding and all these places and see if we can catch some dummy. Finished a 4-hour road trip from East Tennessee, so it's time to relax the brain. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's a long trip. Chloro cat emote when? That's a good question. Supposedly, I'm going to name the corp Chloro Kitties or something, and I'm going to have to wear cat ears. I just don't... This isn't really my culture, the weeb shit and the cat shit, but I'm willing to learn. Scalding ass. All right, we're gonna get Koname a boyfriend. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We won't get you a boyfriend. Let's start watching some anime. Chop chop. Yeah. I certainly have liked animes, but generally the fewer like weird sexual characters, the more I like it. I can rent you a weeb pass? Fuck yes. It's like safety, but for anime. You got a license for that anime? Zoids needs to come back. Cleland? What is this? I don't know what that is. Is that an anime? Is that a German anime? An Austrian anime? Fuck it, dude. Let me show you something. Let me show you the secret. Is it German or Austrian? It's in German, but what country makes it? Out of curiosity. I'm gonna put some more beans under here, guys. Check this out. Check this out.
Connecting.
Yup. Yup. They're still fucking fresh. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't see any reason why I can't do this. They're still fresh beans. I'm gonna look at my chat in like a minute and have like people screaming at me that I'm not allowed to do this. Watch. You can't reuse the beans. Watch me. He can and he will. Fliegen is a Japanese anime. Ah, okay. I thought I was gonna say, do they make German animes? Because that's fucking fantastic. Got you. It just looks like a German word. That's why I was like, what the hell is going on? Let me drop off some gas, chat. What do you say? Yeah? You cool with that? You cool with that? Getting ready to clip your face. Not with the man bun on. I don't want people to see me with this hairstyle. This is like my at-home hairstyle. Nobody's allowed to see this shit. Come on now. It's incredibly good and no sexual stuff. Almost. I love that. I don't mind if there's like actual sexual stuff that's like appropriate, but like, you know, I don't like the normal anime sexual jokes and stuff. It just creeps me out. I'm sorry. I guess I'm not enough of a deviant to know the ways. I will say it's a bit of a shame to watch 2 Class 6 sites go to waste and nobody salvaged them. I don't have a salvager here right now. Kind of a shame. Flieren has feet shots. Feet shots. Konami just knows what type of sexuality like each anime has, like off rip like that. You fucking scare me, bro. There's actually plenty of high quality animes that not fan service and incest innuendos. Yeah, so those words you just typed to make my skin crawl. So you kind of get the point, right? And I've actually seen animes without that shit. Let me think. I'm failing. I'm failing. I know I've seen them, but I can't. They're not coming to mind. The weeb passes aren't counterfeit, bro. When you say that. Are you meowing at me? Me? That is reckless. You want me to open that window, right? Why don't you come on stream? Why don't you come in the stream, huh? Why don't you, you know? Why don't you do something for me for once? You know what I mean? No? She's not going to do it. She's not interested. She doesn't care about anybody except herself. That's okay. Feet shots are fetish material. I think anything can be fetish material with enough. What's the phrase? Enough fuel from the internet? You want me to open that window? Are you actually that mad at me? Okay, hold on. I gotta open the window because she's freaking out. Who's freaking out? Who's a freaking out kitty? You're a freaking out kitty. Easy. Nico says, what a weird convo. It's okay. Pretty much most of the convos I have on this stream are kind of weird. I don't know if you guys picked up on it. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember. Obviously, as a Westerner, my exposure to anime when I was younger was fairly limited. I remember as a real youngster watching stuff like Adult Swim. I remember Cowboy Bebop was great. There were sexualized elements in it, but they were all like adult and fine, you know? What's the one my girlfriend was showing me? Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know. That's an anime, right? That looked cool. I don't know if there's any sexual stuff in there though. I didn't see any in the few episodes I watched. That was kind of cool. All I know is the Fire Nation killed my dog and stole my girl and chopped off my foot when I was younger. Sometimes Konami I just laugh, dude. It's just awesome. Is it an American animation anime? So Avatar is a real series? You hard trigger some people call Avatar. Yeah, I just don't know if it's anime. Is it anime, Tom? I don't know. I'm asking. It looks like an anime to me, isn't it? See, Tom, how are you, buddy? Oh, Western media? So oh, okay. So it's an animated show. It's not anime. Got it. Okay. To me, anime is like that style of drawn show. I don't even know there's like a national component to it until right now. King of the Hill. Yeah, I'd say like King of the Hill and Family Guy are like Western adult animated comedies. And then like all the like the story driven, fantastical, beautiful stuff is all like anime. That's just what my brain was. They're all cartoons. It's all good. So Avatar, not anime, forgive me. We would call that just a show. I thought that was cool. Maybe the fact that it's not Eastern is actually what made it almost appealing to me, like with my palate. Could that be related? I mean, listen, I am a Westoid. I can't get out of my upbringing. King of the Hill confirmed in anime. It's so fucking funny. I actually think oh, here's another one. I'm going back to when I was a kid on like Adult Swim and stuff. No, not that one. I feel like there's been some recently. Like I remember a family member showed me My Hero Academia Boku shit, and like that was fun until like they started getting that weird character who would like do cringe shit with like sexual stuff. I was like, what is this guy's problem? I stopped watching him. Rihan, how are you? It's funny because like I guess you could call me a prude, but like it's actually just I don't want to cringe when I watch these shows. That's all it is. So I guess it's prudish. Who knows? I have no idea. Doing good. How about you? I'm doing quite well. Konami says Boku. My Hero Boku Academia or whatever. Yeah, there's some character that I was just like doing some wild shit. I was just like, ew. Most people mean anime is a genre, not a literal word. And genres, yeah. Well, I'm not. I don't know if anybody's actually up in arms over this one, guys. Just to be clear, no smexy cringe shit. But the thing is, remember I said Cowboy Bebop was fine, and like Faye was like hella sexualized. It's just it wasn't like fetish stuff, and it wasn't like pedophilic stuff and like incest. Like I don't know what's going on with like anime sexuality, but like somebody needs to like give these people some hugs. Like, like just anyway. The shit is just wild. Anyway, I'll change the subject here. I don't want to affect the sensibility of my dear weeb friends. If you want to be sexy, cool. Just don't be weird. That's my ask. And if you want to be weird, fine. I just won't watch it. It's more for you, right? I'm actually not an anime hater. I'll sit here all day and talk about what I like and what I don't like, but yeah. What about One Piece and Bleach? Do those have like weird, sexy shit in them? You know, like kind of off the wall sexuality, or no? Is manga anime? I have no anime. It must be animated, right? Oh, you're saying like you're splitting the hairs. I see. Mir Kenneth, how are you? Bleach is fine, nothing crazy. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind like the occasional one of like crass comment or something just cringe, but like when it's like the whole show's like personality or like one person's like their whole thing, I can't stand it. Does shonen anime have fan service? Is water wet? Shonen anime. The word fan service is so strange to me. I'm just in another world than weebs. That's all. I call it strange, but I just don't get it. Maybe I will get it one day. Grandma seeing your cartoons in Japan call them anime. In the States, cartoons. Isn't the sexual stuff called hentai? Sure, but I'm not even talking about pornography. I'm talking about how like a lot of mass appeal shows will have a character in them that just is really off the wall with their sexuality, or something that just is like hella taboo just being trounced upon. It's just like I don't want to watch that. Yeah, that's all. Would you say that Akira is anime? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Is that show Death Note? Is that Japanese? That's not like Western, is it? There was like not that much weird shit in there, even though it was a little bit strange. I didn't notice anything crazy in there that made me want to stop watching it. Yeah, I feel you, Blowphone. Death Note's fine, yeah. That's an example of one that there was really nothing. I don't know if I actually watched past like season 2. I don't even know how many seasons are there. I don't remember. I watched a bunch of episodes and everything was cool in that one. It got a little bit stupid after some time, but I think all shows do. Death Note is Japanese. Got you. Akira is the classic manga. Okay, yeah. I don't think I've ever read a manga. Maybe I've read one or two. My brother left laying around when I was young. Death Note is like Sword Art Online. Yeah, the first season was sick. Didn't the blonde lady always wear? Yeah, she always wore stuff like that. You're right. But I guess that didn't really bother me because it was just an outfit. It wasn't like she was actually, you know. I don't know. It's weird thinking about what you like and what you don't like. Normally nobody cares, but I have a stream so I can talk about it. You know, if you guys talked about stuff you like and you don't like, I'm sure it would be like, why do I even like the things I like or don't like the things I don't like? Damn, this coffee is insanely good. It's called Dolce de Leche. I don't know how to say it. Joe's here though. Dolce. I think that means sweet de leche. Is that milk? Sweet milk? So this is basically a coffee with like oh, did I tap the mic button, the mute button? I don't know when I tapped it. Thank you guys. But what was I saying? Yeah, I don't think there's like milk in it. I think it's just like a little bit of powdered flavor. Maybe there is condensed milk in it. I have no idea. It tastes like black coffee though. Dulce de leche. Is it leche? Dulce di leche. Leche. Dulce de leche. It's dulce di leche. Yeah, it's the flavored coffee. Thank you, Joe. Joe's a service, man. I'll tell you what. If you guys ever get yourself a stream, get yourself a Joe Lost in your chat. Joe says, dulce de leche is a thick, creamy caramel-like confection made by slowly heating sweetened milk, right? So instead of making caramel out of sugar, they actually heat the milk until the sugar content turns or whatever. So this is better than black coffee, but this still tastes like black coffee. It's like a 1% flavor. I don't know how to describe it. But I like it, actually. I don't know. I would do something like this again, a flavored coffee. Sugar added. Yeah. Yeah, there's no sugar. I put no sugar and no creamer and no milk in here. Nothing. It's just the coffee. So the idea of a flavored coffee might actually make black better for me. Who knows? Such an AI answer. Dude, I'm an AI streamer. Let's go. Plantas? What you're gonna have to tell me. Yeah, I'm not sure which one that is, Blow. So wait, we got Nico 40k and then we got Blofeld 20k? Is anybody seeing this? I just now caught that. Guten Tag. Guten Nacht. Am I an alt? We're all alts. What if everybody in the chat was an alt except me? Sorry, I don't know how I muted myself. I don't know. I must have tapped it. So if you look at my mouse, my mute button's actually right here. Or right here. It's this button on top of my mouse. Sometimes I touch it by accident, you know? I also use this button, G8. I use this for so many things. This is rebound to mouse 3, and mouse 3 does something else on my mice. I'm getting controlled by the YouTube guys. You want to hear something cool, guys? I think I'm going to redo Ant 16 entirely. I have 2 hours and 15 minutes of edited footage with music. No cutscenes, no text. I'm going to redo it all and tell a better story with the footage. I've been thinking about what I've been doing and who I am and, you know, what I like to put out there. And I got a doozer coming, I think. I'm going to redo it all, and this time I'm going to take a tiny bit more time in the storyboarding element. Normally I just put the pieces together and make it work. I'm going to put more effort into this one. I know that's crazy, but I'm going to do it. So there's going to be a period of time here awfully soon where I lock myself in the dungeon and just start fucking going buck wild again. But I'm going to do everything from the actual score all the way down to the storyboarding, all the way down to the pacing, all the way I'm going to try to make an actual movie. It's not going to be just a docuseries like I've been doing a lot. Little error message on my screen here. I think this might be related to why my mouse went mute. I do a bunch of weird things with my mouse to make it work because it's screwed up on Linux. And I think that might be related to why it muted. De Kirby says, just rewatch the Ant series would be a good timing. Hell yeah. If you send me what you have, I'd be happy to take a look. What, at a Nomad sale? No, but I'll show you something small that won't spoil anything. Let me see what I got. Let me see what I got. Halfway done with this load. Let's see what we've got. Hold on. Maybe this would be good. Let me see. Whoa. All right. Fine. Let's do this. All right. Watch. All right. This is a small clip from Into My Tail 16. So in this clip, I was hanging out with some people and noticed they were flying around recklessly, and I saw this Eris warp to a wormhole. Just watch. It's really funny. Oh, I wonder if we can get sound coming in. Sound would help. Let me see if I can get sound. All right. Yeah, I'm going to get sound. Here we go. Yep. There we go. So the Eris just spawned. I bubbled him off and decloak a Proteus. Now just watch. Just watch the enemy Eris. See if I can decloak. One shot, just like an Artie Loki. And lock completes. First volley, insta-dead. Now, how does an Eris die in one shot? Any guesses? Any guesses at all? Does he have no tank? No. Further than that even. Further than that even. Someone says polarized. Nailed it! Fucking nailed it. My man's was polarized and got one shot by some blasters. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad, man. I'm getting better lighting in here. I had to close the window because I was getting attacked by sunbeams. Feels bad. Yeah, polarized Eris is a huge mistake. Why do I say that? Because actually, you can't really apply your damage. You have to literally be inside of their exhaust fumes to apply damage with blasters on an Eris. So it's like you're going to do more damage by going non-polarized rails than polarized blasters most of the time, just by trying to close the distance. That's just my experience. Yeah, so he was polarized. He got one shot, and then I killed his Drake after that. So poor guy. Planet, yes, is a great anime series. No real violence, no sexualization, no fan service. It just goes hard on story and characterization, and is actually makes you care about the characters. Interesting. Let me put a little bookmark, and I'll come back to that on my own time. Thank you. So anyway, I one-shot that Eris, and life is good. That whole day was insane. It's going to be such a good part of it, no too. It really is. Was that a Spera you were fighting? The name of the group? I have no idea. It's on my Z kill if you want to go look. I have no idea. Spera is a group, right? Here, I'll look it up. Yeah, it's a Spera. How'd you know? You know these guys? It's too funny. Oh, maybe the Drake wasn't theirs. I don't know. Man, I got a lot of sweet kills since then. Life is good. By the way, thank you guys for joining me today. I hope your week is going well. Yeah? I am, having a good day. Life's good. Large part in thanks to you guys. I know it's wild, but like, can you believe people actually use my creator code? Like, who the hell would do that? Who the hell would do that? It makes no sense. which is super nice. It's a no energy, get nothing done kind of week. Are you on break or are you working? I just can't imagine why you would use it on me when there's like Laura out there you could use it on. It's about a misfit crew of orbital garbage collectors. Okay, Blofeld. I'm going to ask my girl if she's seen it. If not, maybe we'll watch it together. And if she has, well, then I'll watch it myself. Like I need her. Come on. Come on now. Konami says among creators, like top 3 creator codes to use. Oh, streamers. Yeah, I feel you. Well, who are the biggest streamers? Crashnap, Grim, Loru. There's like other people that aren't English streamers too that are big, right? iBeast. Who else? Erst, yeah, of course, Erst. How could I forget Erst? Entschuldigung, Erst. Es tut mir leid. I would pick your stream over Laura's every day. Vibes be nice here. Yo, come on now. Everybody knows Laura's got a better stream than me. It's awesome with a partner watch. Perfect. All right, Blofeld. Here, I'm going to DM her now just because you said that. How's that sound? I'm going to get up in her DMs right quick. I can't type. Versus an a-hole, never watch it anymore. Really? He's always so nice to me. That's a shame. But you're allowed to think whatever you want, and that's okay. I mean, I'm also an asshole, too. Urst can be difficult? Oh, wow, okay. I've never really interacted with him so much. I've been in the DMs, thanked him for raids and stuff like that. He was an a-hole once? Okay. 3-dimensional women characters? You talking about like people that are like actual fleshed out, respectful personalities? Like, when you do true safe location wormhole, I think you called them something like that. How do you jump to those locations? You're asking me how do you create deep safes in 2025, Ivan? So, you know, it's common knowledge, and I say common even though you don't know it, to the point where I'm happy to share it. But let me just, I don't think I ever made a video on Abyssals, did I? Fucking hell. I made the video on, look at this video, it's still there. I made a video on secret safe spots. Maybe this is worth a watch. It does kind of tell you how to make them. But basically, brother, I'm just going to boil it down for you. If you are inside of an abyssal area at downtime, you will be removed from the downtime, from the abyssal area and put in a random location in the system. Done. That's it. So. No, Blofeld, he's talking about your usernames. How you both have 20, 40K at the end. I think he's trolling you. Oh, that's the video I learned how to make them? Love it, Titan. Is it the no-no way to create deep safes? No, you're allowed to do abyssal safes. I'm not going to lie. Most methods people use are totally allowed these days. If you can make deep safes, old school deep safes on demand, you're probably doing an exploit that hasn't been declared yet. There are still some that can do it that work, that are exploits. The only thing I talk about is abyssal true strange safes. You're allowed to make true strange safes. You're not allowed to dig abyssal tunnels, though. What's up, bro? This video I posted talks about digging abyssal tunnels. An abyssal tunnel is a banned exploit. But this video also talks about how people make regular true stranges as well, or whatever you want to call them, right? So what does anybody know what digging abyssal tunnels means? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's the glitch that I stumbled upon that lets you just change systems during downtime. No restrictions. I actually went from Jitta during my testing. I was in Jitta at downtime, and I ended up in a class 5 when I logged back in. So tunneling is basically a way to just teleport to any system over downtime. It's incredibly busted and stupid. There's caveats and stuff, but that's the general premise. It's also a way I gained a bit of clout. I never heard the term. Yeah, I invented the term. So what's cool is when you discover an exploit and publish it, you get to name it. But I got a bit of clout from that, which was cool. It was frustrating because I had to sit in it for 10 months and not tell anybody. But it was cool. No harm, no foul. The only problem I have with tunneling is that they need to actually patch it, because if somebody gets evicted and uses a tunnel, there's almost no way to tell. I'm sorry. There's almost no way to tell. They might have a log or something, but it's kind of shady. So the question is, how many cups of coffee am I allowed to drink per day without dying? Any thoughts? Because this is like number 3 already. You discovered tunneling? Did not know that? Yeah. So here's the truth. Whenever somebody discovers something in the world or in a game, chances are somebody knew about it beforehand. Right? This applies to almost all science. In science, a lot of the times you'll see a discovery or a theory that actually existed before the academic published it. So what it comes down to in academia or QA or anything else, the first person to publish it is kind of the person that gets credit for it. Now, with that aside, I'm willing to bet that a bunch of people had actually accidentally tunneled and didn't know what was happening and didn't want to test it. I'm willing to absolutely admit that happened, but I had not heard, seen, watched anything that actually went into it. So I take full credit for it. Guys, I'm going to play commercial break. Thank you for being here. I love your faces. Spartan keeps his mouth shut to keep doing it. Yeah, so basically I figured out immediately what tunneling was, and I said, no, this is not going to be a part of the game. No shot. Not that I get the choice to do that, but I knew it was an exploit the second I saw it. If you guys remember that video, fuck it. Let's just watch the video when we come back. It's not like 20 minutes. Let's just watch digging abyssal tunnels. A bunch of people haven't seen it, and I haven't seen it in a while, too. It'll be fun to watch it again. 400 milligrams of caffeine is the recommended cap, I think, which is like 8. You can tell how fast I'm talking. I'm super tweaked up right now. Yeah, Ukununaka, that's a good point. But now imagine you went from Jitta to J-Space over downtime. Your brain would start to kind of wonder what the hell is going on. So let me ask you this. During the commercial break, if you could teleport a ship to any system, a subcap to any system, what would you do with it? My idea was to put ships inside of a C-13 that have restrictions, right? Other people said I'll use it for what's it called? Evictions, right? But there's actually other purposes people figured out, and it's insane. Guys, I think we have an ad. Everybody say the word ad. Just spam it. We should just spam Chloroquine Grumble ads. Ivan, hey buddy. The way I do it is if I get a big wormhole distance over 50, I do fail wrap jumps. Yeah, so this would be called like a line or a poly safe. If you want to get safes that are outside of the system shape, it's pretty tough. You got to use a method to do it. Getting into a C-13 with something relatively big would be interesting. Yeah, part of my own proofing, I put a rupture inside of there, which is not allowed. I have a lot of chatters that are unsubbed right now, and they're getting hit with ads right when I'm talking. Feels bad, man. Worst streamer NA. It's okay. Watch a little video here. $10,000 views on this video. Holy shit. 20,000 views on my ghost site video? This shit had like 8K last time I looked. Can't think of anything broken that you can bring to C-13. Yeah, so the idea, Nico, was rook ratting. curse ratting or something like that. But you like the Ghost Site video in Corp today? That's crazy. 20,000 views on that video. You know what's funny is I consider these two videos to be almost sisters. One of them is really popular and one of them's not. I think it's because sleeper caches just don't pay that well and people just don't want to fucking learn them. But it might have been the way I made the videos too. This one was a lot different than this one. Most concise guide? Fuck yeah. Thank you. Also, gas harvesting episode is my favorite. 14. Hell yeah. Luhan, thank you. Is it Luhan or Luhan? I don't know how to say the A. I'm so sorry. Guys, welcome back. For those that got hit with ads in mid-sentence, don't worry. I was talking about what to do with abyssal tunneling, and I think it got cut off right when I said my idea. So my idea was to put stuff inside of C13s, but there's a lot of other stuff you could do with tunneling. Let's watch this video. During the break, I was laughing. My Ghost Site video has 20,000 views, which is a lot for me. I only have a few thousand subscribers. That's insane. Also, because of Loru, check this out. Look how many views are on episode 1. 100,000 views on episode 1, baby. That shit's crazy. They love me. They really love me. Guys, we're going to watch a video called Digging Abyssal Tunnels. This is one of my more popular videos with vet players because some of them knew tangentially about this. Nobody ever talked about it, but most people discovered this when I posted this video. So super cool. Big part of the Clout Factory. In fact, before we watch it, let me go drop the gas off real quick. That way we're not dicking around in the middle of the video, huh? How's that sound? How's that sound, chat? Wouldn't want to waste your precious time now. Never me. Half of them was... We call that a super fan. I have the feeling that C13s are really underused, yeah? I mean, Shadowrunner still touches them and runs that community. I have no idea what's going on in 13s. Linux multiboxing still the same? Are you asking like just top level? Like, is there any issues with it? Or are you asking, is it the same from how I had it before? Chronicle? Mayhem? Content creators are usually lost when they are trapped inside that partner program. What do you mean lost? Earthification. Whoa. All right. People throwing shade to Earth. Fair enough. You're allowed to speak your minds. I kind of am assuming, Joe, that he's talking about creators start to make content for their audiences instead of for themselves, maybe? I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just by the context of what he's saying. I don't know if that's where he's going, though. Oh, so it's definitely a lot different. Yeah, so I actually use this mammoth script now, Chronicle, to do my window switching that I built. I coded this all myself, right? I know, so cool, right? You're so cool. But basically, I have control over swapping and cycling and anything else I need, and it minimizes them. The problem with the old bottles video, that video is definitely out of date now, sadly. The problem with the workstation switching is you don't get the full throttling. That's all. That's all. Just give me a second here. I will be right back in the action. We'll watch that little video. Try to stop myself from heading down that rabbit hole. Yeah. I think the only rabbit hole I fell into was the fact that I thought I could be a variety gamer just because people watch me play Eve. That was crazy in hindsight. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how it works. And nobody told me that's not how it works, though. So I had to learn that one the hard way. It's good, though. I mean, I seriously am happy I learned the lesson because I'm comfortable now. I never ran into the whole, like, let's make content that people necessarily want to watch, hopefully. I've always made videos based on what I want. I think that's part of my following's draw to me. Joe, do you have a YouTube? Takes a lot of work to become variety. I think it also takes a personality that I certainly don't have. I get too fussy. I get too insecure about my intelligence. I get too everything. It's brutal. I can't do it. You're starting it now? Cool. Bro, please, when you post some YouTube videos, if they're interesting, link them my way. I'll post them on my Discord, start to get you some subs. Would love to be a part of that. often am happy to boost people. By the way, I wonder whatever happened to Graybill's contest. I should probably do a reboost on that. He did an art contest. Oh yeah. By the way, I have a weird item in my inventory. Not sure what this is doing here. Really have no idea how that got there. Actually, I know exactly how it got there. I'm just a filthy liar. A filthy bomber-clot liar. Quit your blood clot crying. Please do watch me and let me know if I don't have the right personality. Wait, are you doing Eve content or variety? I guess I'm curious. All right, we're back on that bullshit. We're going to watch a little vidya. Eve branching out? Cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, listen, Joe, I'm not going to tell you if you don't have the personality. Number one, I don't know shit. Number two, I don't even know if I did know shit that I'd want to tell you that you don't have the personality to do something. All I want you to do is have fun and just try your best and keep meeting new people and just be yourself, Joe. You seem like you got it made in terms of personality, so you don't have to stress so much. YouTube, I think I'm the worst person to talk to because I made a series out of nowhere that got popular over a year or two. It's like hitting the jackpot in terms of a YouTube following. There's no other way to describe that. So I always talk to people about YouTube. I'm like, don't do what I did because it's luck. But I think if you make videos you like, you'll probably not regret it. Urschlag content is like Taylor Swift, easy to digest and consume, but aim to make a living from an astonishingly toxic for being honest posting. Interesting. Okay. Again, I don't know. I don't watch them enough to know. I've never heard this before, but opinion noted. I mean, if we're being real here, bro, I can be pretty toxic on my stream too. Especially when I get to arguing. It's bad. So I don't want to throw the stone in the glass house and whatnot. But Fish is here. How long you been here? Hey, buddy. Did I miss you, Fish? I'm so sorry. I hope you have a good day, Fish. I don't know. There's too many blue names. That's why, Fish. I blame the colors. Weren't you telling me yesterday it's a nonsensical idea? I'm not salty. Sorry, Fish. I love you, bro. Well, you should probably get some salt on that or you're going to spoil. I'll just unsub. Little chargeback action. I do cringe when I can sense blatant monetization on stream, but I'm an old head. Yeah. I can guarantee you that a small subsect of people that watch me do it because of that reason, Konami. And I do actually do monetization. I actually like pay some of my smaller bills with the money you guys like give me. It's like, it's not actually nothing. I live like a very cheap, meager lifestyle and I don't have much. However, I do monetize it. I'm just not fucking annoying about it. Like, as much as we love Rushlock, right? That's kind of one end of it, and I might be the other end. Because of the value of the series, I have to say Nomad Tale is one of the best Eve content. Thank you, Ivan. I am a huge fan of my own series, but that doesn't mean much, does it? I simply dislike persons doing content clearly to make an income. Yeah. Yeah. So how will I know if I managed to cross that line? Lucy said put a hat back on. No, we're doing man bun day, baby. You're getting the full hairline experience. That's why I love small streamers. They're playing for the funsies. Yeah. It's just like, I imagine those people probably also didn't want to be shills either. What hairline? I think I look handsome. I just mentioned in starting streaming to make Eve partner and then trying to branch into the variety content afterwards. I see. Eve partner is what, 30 hours a month? What are you talking about? Oh, you mean like what they make you do? It's too much of a niche game to become rich. You mean like monetizing people? Yeah. You guys can clown the hair. That's all right. I'm balding. It's true. I don't always want to wear a hat though, and I don't always like it when my hair falls flat either. So sometimes I gotta tie it up. Just stomach it. Lucy, you missed a story earlier today. I stole some money. Do you have a dagger in case you fail? I'm like the least Asian looking person possible. It's just the hair. I don't believe it. Good streaming takes work. Hard to expect it to be done for scraps. Yeah. The day I stream and expect even 1 cent is probably the day where I stop streaming, if I'm actually being real with myself. Because I really don't want to do this if it's not fun. Like, I don't know if you guys get this, but like, I don't want to sit here and talk to you guys and play a game if talking is not fun and the game are not fun. Straight up. And I bet other streamers feel the same. But it just so happens that you guys are incredibly relentlessly generous with Twitch subs and shit like that. Just the hair, I like it more than a cappy though. Oh, see, Nico likes the hair. Shit. Yo, who was clowning me? Lucy? Uh-oh. It's 1-to-1. Just kidding. I'm actually pretty insecure about my hairline, but it's going away every day, the whole insecurity. What's up, Spooky? Shit. Gail Hams says, you're a genuine person. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Or Shika. Look at this big, successful man. Where? Your camera's off. I can't look at you. You can't help it, so where? Yeah, no doubt. It's okay. Regarding variety gaming, you try PoE 2 another game?
Proud to be part of the growth your channel has undergone in the past year, bro.
Thanks, Spooky. I'm happy you're here, straight up. I'm sure at one point there will be some meetup somewhere in the United States, and I'll actually get to meet a few of y'all. Until that time, keep being parasocial. Yeah, so I did stream PoE 2, and I definitely had some people that still watched me. There's no question I could have kept doing that, but there's something charming about having like a mid-sized following and getting to know everybody and interacting and all this stuff that PoE was kind of lacking. Yeah, I've kind of come to terms with it all. I like this stream. It's an Eve stream. Delve, come on now. That one slid under the radar. C. Tom says, I think you can have fun doing arts and still expect income for the work. Well, yeah, I don't think that Father of Delve's opinion was stated as fact, fellas. If you think somebody's allowed to stream for money, no worries. That's a pretty common opinion. I think you can stream for money, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you want to stream for money first, like if you have a list of reasons you like streaming, probably fun is on there, right? But if the first reason is to make money, I don't know if you should spend your time doing EVE Online. Now, people that play EVE have money and they're generous. It's true. It's just, if the goal is strictly to make money, as in the number one goal, why limit yourself? Why not try to do a variety of games or do a more popular game or something like that, right? I just, EVE's a weird game to try to make a living on, even though I get money from it. Bathtub stream next stream? You don't want to see that, bro. I'm going to have to pay you to watch that. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to do a NPSI tomorrow, guys. No. It wasn't argumentative at all. I was just restating his opinion, kind of diluted down for myself. I mentioned starting streaming to make EVE partner and trying to branch into variety content afterwards. I feel like I read this before. Oh, I see. The viewers feel when the streamer's doing it for money, of course, they can be good at it. Yeah, like when Crash Snap says 1 sub, 1 balloon and blows up balloons or whatever, like, I guess I don't know who that's harming. But I also don't really care for it, personally. And I just picked Crash randomly. You know, I'm not trying to pick on my boy here. I feel like a lot of these guys actually run a halfway decent show. I've never heard pushback for Urs before. That's interesting. I basically got the impression that this chatter thought that Urs was a bit milquetoast with his effort, or not effort, his stream personality. I'm not sure. I think it's bad that a lot of the 400 viewer streamers have 90% interaction and join raffle. Yeah. EVE viewership on Twitch is pretty much bloated. Yeah. So when they banned a bunch of view botters, a couple of people lost a bunch of viewers. Not all though, right? I've often wondered, like, why do some streamers get like such huge numbers as soon as they go live? It's because they broadcast to like different, like their own community, and like they have people with alerts that always show up, right? Quite frankly, I think it's amazing I can pull the people that I do with no announcement, no schedule, free giveaways, yeah. But there's more to it than that. I mean, I do giveaways all the time. But I don't really make them the show, though, if I can help it. So I don't think I'm attracting too many people because of them, which is actually perfect. We don't really want to attract people just for giveaways. It's not really fun. My chat looks like this every single day. Like, my chat is just full of people chit-chatting, enjoying life, talking about Eve. And it's not like it's special. A lot of people have people chatting. It's just... This is why I stream, first and foremost. Eve is fun. I like sharing it, and that you guys come here and just chat with me. Anyway, I said we were going to watch a video, right? Okay. I'm just so good at getting distracted. Joe says, I'm open about it, that I'm taking something I enjoy inside and looking at making it a side hustle. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, I don't think you should change your goals for like what a random chatter says, and it's not what you're doing, of course. But I'm just mentioning, like, side hustle, sure. I call this a sponsored hobby, but you could call it a side hustle too. Just depends on how you want to frame it, right? Digging abyssal tunnels. Let's watch this video real quick. Again, this is a now classic video, part of the Chloro lore. I believe this is one of the first instances where CCP was like, ugh, this fucking guy. It's muted. Hold on.
Come on. I think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get it. Come on, come on. Kick me out, kick me out. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Do it! Yes! In late 2022, I stumbled upon an exploit that I had never seen or heard of before. The implications of this exploit, although not quite as game-breaking as something like traditional MMO
I know, SBT.
duplication, immediately set off alarm bells in my head. After I stopped reeling, I sorted out how to replicate the exploit, submitted a few bug reports, sent an email to the developer's security department with proof, contacted the community team for advice, and considered making a video about it. However, after speaking with a capsuleer who has some experience with Eve's various exploits,
the creator of Python,
it became clear that making a video about it would, well, pretty much just be chasing clout and possibly hurting the game. If, after all, I was actually one of the few, or even the only person to know about it, I could prevent it from being abused simply by not spreading word of it. It would therefore be prudent and fair to instead idly sit on the exploit, opting to not spread its existence to prevent harm in order to let the developers have some time to tackle it, if, of course, it was indeed new to them after all. Now, I recognize that ultimately, it's unlikely that I am the first person to have discovered this exploit by virtue of how I figured it out in the first place. I'm no genius, and I'm not trained in quality assurance.
Hold on now. Let's not just label ourselves not a genius or anything. I mean, there's a chance, right? What do you mean I failed chemistry 100? What do you mean?
However, I have not been able to find any mention of this exploit anywhere on the internet, nor have I talked to anybody of knowledge within various endgame communities that would otherwise have absolutely heard of it. Indeed, the notion that others have probably found this exploit is probably related to why I'm publishing this video now, almost a year after I learned about it. Somebody else has figured it out and asked me about it directly, which came as a shock, albeit a good one. Granted, if they are finding this glitch and asking me, that probably means that more people have found out about this than I care to admit, but this is a good shock. What it means is that the cat is out of the bag, and I can't stop its spread anymore. I feel like now is the time to talk about this in order to seed awareness, level the playing field, and have a bit of fun with a codebase that we love to mock, but keep coming back to. This is the story of how I accidentally discovered a really cool exploit in EVE Online.
A lot of words. This intro is definitely long-winded, but basically I was just trying to be like, look, dog, like I sat on this for 10 months and now I have to publish it. That's the whole point of that intro. There's a lot of backgrounding in this video. It was pretty high effort.
Do you see anything strange about this?
I'm going to maximize it for this.
Look at it closely. What system is this kill mail in? What ship died? You're looking at a rupture in a Class 13 wormhole. If you are familiar with the intricacies of deep J space, you'll immediately recognize that this is an impossibility under the current game rules because ruptures have too much mass to fit.
This was basically my proof of concept. I still have this character, but the idea was if I can put a rupture in a C13, I can prove that this works. And this was basically my way to proof it and to show in case there was doubters or stuff like that.
So how did that rupture get into that system? That's the question. That is the C13 mystery. But wait a second, you go. What about that Rorqual that got into C13s? And what about Hicks and the Porpoise and mining barges? These are all great points, but they're all explainable in reasonable ways. The Rorqual that got into C13 space was due to developer oversight. Once upon a time, Rorquals were allowed in Thera, which is a J-space system, but the developers changed their mind on it and offered Rorqual owners the ability to move the Rorqual to a destination system. Well, somebody chose a C13, and the developer who did this didn't understand the limitations of Class 13 space,
which is hilarious.
A Rorqual slipped inside simply by a GM moving it inside. That was it. Of course, that Rorqual has died at this point because its owner is Yodick, so yeah. Now, heavy interdiction cruisers, on the other hand, don't need the
so disrespectful
of God to enter C13s. They can simply use mass entanglers to reduce their mass. The Mighty Porpoise just straight up fits because they're broken and one of the best pound-for-pound ships in the game. Changed my mind. Okay, in order to understand how mining barges get into C...
I gotta background this because there's some new bros in chat and new girls in chat always. We're talking about a class of wormhole space that has holes that are very small and only certain ships can fit through them, okay? So we're going to talk about how to smuggle a ship that's too big in there using rules that are allowed, not banned. So basically this is how to smuggle a barge into a Class 13. We're going to talk about it and I'm going to do more background. I just want to talk to you now just so I don't leave you behind.
13 space.
Yeah, they are. Mayhem.
I'm going to show you a little demonstration really fast. So in order to do it, you need a porpoise, which smuggles the barge in. We're not going to use barges and we're not going to use C13 space because we don't need to for this demonstration. Instead, we're simply going to use some shuttles to maximize our chances of this working. So you sneak a barge into C13 space by putting it packaged into a fleet hangar of a porpoise. Then when you're in C13 space, you jettison something. And you drag the barge from your fleet hangar into the jettison canister. Okay, you with me? Once the barge is in there, you drop a mobile tractor unit, and then your main guy's job is done. The smuggler's job is done. Get him out of here. Now you need somebody to shoot it. Right. Shoot around MTU. Wow. So we're gonna stand still and shoot this, and we'll speed through it.
So Father of Thou was talking about the hard knock evictions from Init and whatnot. Slightly different concepts in terms of the smuggling, but same general vein of putting stuff where it probably shouldn't be. C13s physically won't let the ships inside, whereas hard knocks, for example, would do hull control and prevent them from smuggling so much in. Slightly different, but very cool. Unless I'm misunderstanding. I didn't even know that there was a smuggling component. I figured they just built them inside.
Okay, so
what's up, one FG? How you doing?
What you're left with is a mobile structure wreck. Okay,
it's a hairline stream, baby.
Like a shipwreck with bays. So you could actually kill the porpoise instead of the MTU. This is just a lot less costly. See this? So what I want you to understand is that while we align our magus out, you can then take any character you want, walk up to this structure, open it up, start launching ships. Look at this. Boom, there's a shuttle. Boom, there's another shuttle. Look at that. See that? Launch them all. Launch them all. Screw it. I'm probably gonna get rate limit.
Ivan, fair enough. Fair enough.
See that? Now, it's a 50% chance. That's the loot fairy roll. So you have to basically pay 2 barges to get 1 in if you're running the numbers, right?
No one ever
But
thought Hard
that's
Knocks
the
get
whole
evicted. Yeah.
process. And if you're particularly astute, you'll understand that the only limitation beyond the wormhole size themselves is the biggest bay of the biggest ship that can fit in there. And that is the Porpoise with its fleet hangar. So if a ship packaged can fit inside of a Porpoise's fleet hangar, it can be smuggled in. Now, a Rupture, sadly, is 10,000 M3 packaged, twice what we would need it to be, so you can't fit it in like that. Indeed, then, none of those ships gaining entry into a C-13 can explain how that Rupture got in there. So, what the hell's the deal? Well, this kill mail is my main proof of concept and shows why I'm referring to this glitch bug as an exploit. Remember, within the context of most MMORPGs, all exploits are bugs and all bugs are glitches, but not the other way around. A glitch is something in a game's code that happens unexpectedly. A bug is a glitch with significance, and an exploit is a bug that, if used, inevitably harms the game in some capacity. A glitch might look like a backend issue that nobody really notices. A bug could be a UI glitch that annoys players enough to make them rage a little bit, but an exploit is something like Possible, an activity where large ships attempt to bounce ships out of starbases, completely ignoring the purpose of the force field.
9 minutes, and we haven't even started talking about the exploit yet.
So let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about what exactly
video
the exploit
confirmed
constitutes, and then we'll go over how it works in detail with replication steps and video proof. This exploit allows fast travel to any system in the game. Period. Yeah, I'm not joking. That is why I chose to put a Rupture in a C-13 to show how it's possible to simply move ships around at will with no regard for distance or entry restriction. Of course, I am leaving out a few key details. First of all, pulling off this technique requires some degree of skill and also a little bit of luck. You have to time an action perfectly without knowing exactly when that's going to happen. Second, not all ships can travel using this technique, although a majority can. Third, there is an effective cooldown, and it's much longer than that of familiar jump drives. And lastly, and most importantly, you must have visited the destination at least once before. So now you know what the exploit does.
Just in case you heard that and don't know what it does, basically we go from one system to the next over downtime.
Fast travel and have a basic understanding of some of the constraints. I want to share how I discovered it, therefore revealing how it works. You see, on my solo nomad adventure, I often have to utilize old or niche mechanics and bugs in order to gain advantages to survive. Examples of this include player-owned starbases and use of abyssal safe generation.
Like how I call pauses like
it is
a
the
bug.
latter that is of particular importance to this story. You see, abyssal safe generation is a bug that I generally try not to spread far and wide out of fear of it being removed. It involves using a filament to be inside of an abyssal area while downtime strikes. It's been patched and toned down, and it's not an exploit as per my previous set of definitions. However, anchoring citadels at some of the locations you can reach using it, what I personally refer to as strange safes, to my understanding, is an exploit, and the developers will probably or definitely should take action by removing those.
Yeah, so this is a slight bit of misinformation. You really got to be outside of the true strange range for... Excuse me. Let's try this over. This is actually wrong. I was mistaken. For a GM to intervene with your structure, it needs to be outside of the true strange range. So you have to use another method to get them to move your citadel. And the reason I know this is the case is because a lot of people put their citadels in true stranges that they could have only reached by various methods like this, right? And they don't move them. You got to be really far out there for them to move them.
Those structures. The way abyssal safe generation works is because of a simple reality. In the Abyss, when
Depends
you
on the system.
disconnect or fly too far away, you instantly die and you lose your pod. But the forced disconnect that happens as a result of downtime does not kill your ship when you're in the Abyss. Indeed, when you log back in after downtime has kicked you out of an abyssal area, instead, the filament spits you out at a random location within the system you entered that abyssal area from. Usually, this results in a deep
This is the official rule. So they actually have an arbitrary limit on it. So technically some of these true strange spots are well outside of their range. It's fascinating. What's up, Pookie? How are you? I'm watching my video called Digging Abyssal Tunnels, which is an old video now. We just had some people talking about safe spots, and I just haven't watched it in a while, so we're just chilling. Mining some gas, enjoying life. You're welcome to hang out.
True strange by virtue of how solar systems tend to be laid out. That's right. This is how I generate so many deep safes that you see in my series, A Nomad Tale. I do this technique extremely frequently with multiple characters, and at this point, it's pretty safe to assume that I have one of the largest private collections of deep safes among J-Space players currently playing.
Now, okay, that's also false because I meant solo players, and even that's, you know, be lucky to be top 20 if I had to guess at this time. But now who knows? Groups have infinite saves. That's not who I'm competing with. Pookie says, I don't know what Abyssal Tunnel is. Right. So if you look at the exploit rules, you'll see this right here. Sorry, where is it? Here we go. It says exploit notification. Abyssal tunneling with filaments is banned. Right. And if we click it, we'll go to the news post for it. And they wrote this post because of this video. Right. This came out the same day as my video. What they have banned, they said effective immediately, abyssal tunneling using filaments is an exploit. This means that if you deliberately use a filament in System A during the shutdown to create a warp tunnel kickout, and then deliberately use the same mechanic in System B at a different downtime just to get returned to System A, then you are intentionally using this exploit. This is an unintended mechanic of getting kicked out of a filament warp tunnel exactly when downtime hits. Now, this is something that people, to my knowledge, don't really use these days because it's an exploit, but who knows? But the idea is you can go from any system to any system. I personally have gone from JITA to a class 5 over downtime without firing up my warp engines, for example. You can only tunnel ships that can enter abyss space using this method correct. That's why I said not all ships can do it, but the majority can, because the majority are actually small ships. It's a little bit misleading.
Now, abyssal safe generation is a well-known secret, but there's actually another form of deep safe generation that we'll call the tunnel bug. For this one, you need to be in a warp tunnel while downtime hits, the loading screen when you jump a Stargate or wormhole, and be kicked off before you load your destination. It's tricky to pull off, like I said before, because downtime is not consistent, but if you do time it perfectly, when you log back in, just like with the abyssal safe generation technique, you will get spit out. You'll get spit out at a random location that usually results in a deep safe, all without the use of a filament.
Hey, maybe put that in your mind for when they finally nerf abyssals. Maybe remember that.
The exploit that I'm covering in this video combines both of these bugs. You use filaments at downtime, but you time it so that you're in the warp tunnel to that abyssal area the moment downtime kicks you off. The result? You end up getting spit out in the previous system you last successfully used abyssal safe generation in. That's right, you teleport systems. That's the exploit. There's no limitation on distance nor galaxy. I've gone from JITA, before they changed it to where you can't use filaments there, I've gone from JITA to J-Space without touching a wormhole. For the rest of this video, I'm going to refer to this exploit as abyssal tunneling because it encapsulates the ideas of both of the bugs that make it possible.
Gotta say, clever name for it, right? Both bugs, abyssal safes and tunnel bug, combining the names to abyssal tunneling, making the video, and then getting CCP to enshrine that. It's totally pointless, but it's kind of like clout, I guess. I'm just being honest. It's kind of like clout. Feels good. The rest of this video is me talking about kind of like what you can do with it and like what it was like for me to find it. I'm not sure it's super interesting. We'll keep watching. Fuck it. Hey, Peter, what's up?
Alright, so we know how abyssal tunneling works now. You've seen my replication and you saw the C13 mystery and we solved it. But is that really it? Well, that's ultimately up for you to decide. I honestly thought that this was a huge deal for a number of reasons. Chiefly the idea that it throws a wrench in evictions that want comprehensive hole control. If you can simply pop in a bunch of fresh pods every downtime without needing to touch a wormhole. I'm not a high-class JSpace guy, I'm not even a group player, but the threat of having people bypass hull control to reship in this way seems pretty cut and dry to me. The other example I chose to highlight was the idea of putting ships into systems with soft restrictions, like Class 13 wormholes, that do not belong there. I chose the Rupture for a good reason. It flies under the radar, I tricked it out with a bunch of irrelevant mods, and it could not possibly be construed as me trying to gain an advantage as I explored how the exploit worked. Now, I understand it was a risk regardless, but it's in the past and I've taken it. But the Rupture is not the only ship that fits inside of a C13 using the abyssal tunneling technique. You know what else fits? A curse. A rook. Can you imagine a pack of curses in C13s? You would power rat with drones and nobody would even see you on D-scan. If anybody lands, any ship that shows up would instantly get neuted, you would dunk them, and then that would be it. And they would be like, why is this ship here? It's crazy. Now, there are more applications for abyssal tunneling. It's obvious if you're into this idea of theory crafting, but for something like this, I honestly think that there are going to be other bugs that interact with it. And I think that there should be something done, obviously, to get this under control, but I believe that there's more to the story. And I anticipate that what happens next will be out of my hands, and hopefully it'll get fixed, but I think that there's even worse forms of abuse
and there
that could be done.
There were, after I washed my hands of this whole thing, there were actually people that kept testing it that would try to talk to me. I'm like, dude, don't tell me about exploits. I don't want to hear about it. People found other things you could do with this, and I'll leave it at that. I think it's all exploits, whatever. But there are other mechanics you can combine, and to understand how I found this, you need to understand that I combined multiple bugs. Right? This is kind of like where this whole thing comes from. Is like, it's one thing to know glitches and stuff. When you start combining them, like, the developers probably haven't even done it. Isn't it 90% drop rate in C13s right now? Isn't it 90% drop rate everywhere? I don't know. I looted some implants earlier today. That's new. What's up, Techno? How you doing? What's going on? 90% everywhere but high. Oh, it's not high sec? Well, that's good. I guess high sec would be a mistake, yeah. Let me drop off some Gasolino and we'll find some other stuff to get into here shortly. You already know what it is, though. I think I'm going to look at Jack and Joe before I leave today later. I haven't been streaming that long, though. The Pagel's buying a fresh curse. Speed running a ban. Doing well, thanks. Just got off a faction warfare fleet. How are things here? Things are well. Just doing some high-class J-Space gas collection. You know me, basic bitch stuff. And watching some videos, chit-chatting and chilling, making coffee, being hyped up. Life's good. I'm doing a hairline stream. I'm doing a little bit of molding. You guys ever mauled before? It's fun. You should mold more. If you don't know what molding is, that's fine. But molding is the portmanteau of mad and balding. Elamag, what's up? Hopefully you had fun, Techno. You're welcome to hang out here, of course. Pretty low key, though, just kind of a chit-chat stream. I'm currently dropping some Gasolino off, which is why you're not able to see anything. You know what I'm saying? But shortly you will. Oh, yes, you will. Oh, yes, you will. Appreciate y'all joining me, though. I'll put the camera back on here momentarily, just doing some behind-the-scenes stuff You can see my face and my sweet background of Rorqual action. Balding and Malding. I bet you look full. I bet you full bald look. You saying if I was full bald? I don't know what that sentence means. Brazzers, isn't that porn? What are you saying? What are you trying to tell me? I'm scared. I got a big old fat head though, so I don't like going too bald. I don't know. I still have some hair left. I'm enjoying it. It's okay. I'm not that mad about it. I'm not that mad about it. There's worse things that can happen, I think, right? Johnny's Sins lookalike. Sex work is real work. That's true. That's true. I agree with that. Shout out to my sex workers out there. We got love for you. Job's hard. Johnny Sins. I don't know who these people are, bro. I don't know if I want to know. Should I look that up or no? I just feel like after the Brazzers thing and the sex work thing, I need to not look that up. Is that your dad, Pagel? bunch of mature people over here. So innocent. Shout out to that one guy who has the alphabet soup tattoo sleeve. I don't need that in my life. Someone said so innocent. Yeah, okay, it's definitely some sex shit for sure. Hey, Clorkin, do you have a creator code? I do. You would use my creator code? That's incredibly generous of you. Are you sure? You meant somebody else? If you want to use my code, it's just Chlorokin, just the full word. And thank you for that. That's crazy. I can't believe people actually do that. Cycle repeating. Thank you. I've seen you on Twitch as well. I appreciate you. Yeah, it works on Marquee and the Eve store. If you feel like using me, thank you. It literally gives me 5% whatever you spend, which I think is crazy in reality. But you know what? We can do a little role play as a commissioned seller or something, even though I don't actually push the products. I think the hope is that I push the products. I just don't do that. So I'm just getting free money from people that are generous. You gotta love it. Feels good, man. He might be many kids' dad. Uh-oh. So he's a porn star. Yeah, the name kind of has that vibe, huh? Ah, shit. Losing a ship over here, folks. All right, let me get my other guy on and we will get the camera back on so you guys can follow along with what I'm doing here. Almost lost a little prospect, but don't worry. I got the fastest fingers in the West. Ain't nothing to it. 5% is actually very decent. I'm telling you, it's like listen, I'm gonna just keep it real. Like I'm a bit of a broke boy, right? So the idea is like 5% of what you guys spend on Eve is insane. Insane. Anyway, enough about money. But thank you if you use my code. It's literally just money for nothing. I don't know why I get it, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. 2 wins, pay less for the Eve store, and chill content creator gets a bonus. It's true, yeah. I really feel like the point of the program is to, like, get me to push the products, maybe? I don't know. But I'm cool with it. Anyway, I'll shut up now. I'll shut up now. There's an Archon rolling holes, by the way. I think it's my friend from earlier today. Life's good. Life's good. Fastest fingers in the West. I'm sure Johnny Sins says that as well. So is Johnny Sins a porn star? I mean, I'm assuming. Is he a straight porn star? One of those gay porn stars? Invite to fleets. Invite to fleet. Warpy warpy. A clickety warpa. I'm about to have to warp off and come back. I staggered my dudes in like a champ. I'm about to just reset it. Fuck it. So on my screen right now, I have like a bunch of prospects warping in and out of a cloud that like can't seem to get their shit together. It's pretty awesome. Hey, Stratios. Shout out to one of the most goated Twitch names I've ever seen in my life. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Give it a few minutes here. Name gives you PTSD. There's some context there. I met this chatter because I killed his Stratios. A little bit of context. Alright, let's try this again. I'll try to get this camera back now. Fucking frigate rats are being a pain in the booty hole. Sheesh. I've never had so much trouble getting back in an orbit until right now. I'm not sure what I did. Nico, can you hold me, please? Hold me close, tiny dancer. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Have a trying egg in this time. All right, we did it. Woo! That was sussy. That was sussy as hell, dude. These fucking frigates were like, yo, bro, this is my cloud. Monopoly destroyed families. Is Rorqual worth bringing into wormhole space, or is it for null low only? I can't fathom a reason why one would bring a Rorqual into J space personally. If you're gonna do suitcasing, you'd probably want to bring a carrier. If you want to nomad around, the Orca has no restrictions besides small holes. I feel like it doesn't do anything in J space. That's just me. I never had the incentive to bring one in there, though. What's the best class wormhole for a rookie? Let's say 2 months in. Class 3. You can do ratting there in your home hole, and you can get a couple 100 million ESC an hour, and there's good gas there. All types of stuff. Is use case in high class? Are you talking about ratting, right? You talking about smart bomb ratting? Yeah, I don't think that's what he's getting at, but if you want to use your Rorqual to find a red giant and smart bomb rat, I mean, that would be fucking Chad as hell. Complete ice belt and a shadow. Yeah, I roll holes when I do ice. Don't worry about it. Been hitting up Nth for a while. Time to share some level. Thank you. Is his code just Nth? That's awesome. Yeah, mine's Chlorokin. I don't know. Maybe mine's too long. Honestly, a bunch of people use my codes and it's fucking incredible. So if you're hearing me and you use it, thank you. Rorqual smart bomb ratting is not really working. That's not what Hard Knock said. Data, relic, and gas. Well, if you do data, relic, and gas, it doesn't really matter what hole you're in. Yeah, I've never seen it. I just heard that they do it in 6s in Giants with the Rooks, with Dreads, obviously, to kill the BSs. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. What was your use case in high class? Ivan, I would say class 3 is still good. Class 2 obviously is nice because you have that, you have more statics. It's really kind of a misnomer, or it's kind of a misconception to worry about what class you live in as a solo player. It's more about like what access to statics do you have, unless you're going to do ratting. Rager is here. What's up, Rylu? I hope you have a wonderful evening, mister. I am not going to sleep anytime soon because I've been pressing the French and I'm completely wired. That's right. Everybody's favorite little caffeine addict is getting it done. Hope you have a wonderful sleep, mister. Speaking of wired, I gotta go pee. Holy smokes. Guys, watch my characters for me real quick. I'll be right back. By the way, did anybody see that Archon or no? Pretty sure I saw my dear friend's Archon floating around. Did anybody miss the story from earlier about what I did before stream? I stole 1.6 billion from a Dread Ratter. And then I gave him 600 mil because he was cool. I basically watched him log in. Well, he rolled the holes. I logged in, saw him ratting. And I just waited for him to do 2 sites. Stole both Drifter loots, killed his Noctis, looted all of the blue loot that was in both sites. I also killed one of his ships that dropped some implants, but he hit me up and he actually knew who I was after. I'm like, hey, have you ever seen a Nomad Tale? Because like you're going to be in it. And he's like, oh, fuck. He's like, can you censor the J code? I'm like, maybe. No, he was super cool. I gave him some money back for the drifters. He was a good sport about it. He thought he was solo. He had 4 dreads. Yeah, so he had a Zern and triple Nagel fleet, right? And honestly, guys, I'm not going to tell you who it is. You can't see it on Zkill. I hope I'm not betraying him. This guy, he told me his story. He has never ratted before. He went from not ratting to 4 dreads in a C6. And I believe him too because the story he told me was elaborate and like I understand the path, right? He told me how he got inspired. He told me how he learned. He learned from 2 things, a Reddit thread about people. No, he's just in Shattereds. He read a Reddit thread about ratting in Shattereds and he watched a Nomad Tale. And he's like, all right, fuck it, I'm going in. And he has 4 dreads and he also has a carrier and who knows what else. And he just goes for it. And I'm like, dude, do you have like Marauder ratting experience? He's like, nah, dude, I've never ratted. I did he did like Ishtar spinning. That doesn't really count, right? It's not like advanced ratting. Like he's never done J-Space ratting and he goes straight to 4 dreads. It's just, okay. I told him like, look, dude, like you're going to die really soon doing this because like I'm not Yaramel, but trust me, Yaramel is Yaramel. And like he will find you and sniff you like a dog on a new butthole and you will be dead very soon. Rager wants a cameo. I owe you a cameo, don't I? How are you not in there? How are you not in a Nomad Tale, Rager? Damn. Anybody else not in a Nomad Tale? Can you imagine not being in a Nomad Tale? Jesus Christ. You have to crap together if you crab in a shatter, I'll tell you that. Yeah, so apparently this guy went from nothing to 4 dredges and a shatter and hasn't lost them yet. So I believe you, and I also think that, Nico, but I'm getting conflicting reports here. Apparently you can just do it. Crazy. I can come play whenever? Shit. I've only had 3 or 4 cups. Must have taken a while to get the 4 in. Isn't 3 max to pull? Yeah, so, yeah, it takes a little bit of time. Yeah. I'm talking about the random spawns. The crabbing itself is not any more difficult. I'm heating up water. Tell me if it's loud and obnoxious. I'll mute myself for a minute. Yeah, shattered systems are heavily seeded by people looking to gank your dreads, but they still gotta find you. If you do a couple sites a day, it's no big deal. But you're gonna die, 100%. He was asking me why I didn't kill his dreads. By the way, I remember having a conversation with somebody about my kettle being loud, and they're like, why is your kettle loud? I don't know. Listen to it. It's loud as shit. I guess you can't hear it, but I can hear it. It's like 5,000 million decibels. It's so loud, it's unbelievable. Do you guys have quiet kettles? I've never had a kettle that wasn't incredibly loud. Is it because my water is scaly? I'm using filtered water. Imagining things. All right, fine. I'll turn the noise off. How's that sound? Yeah, how's it now, buddy? You like this noise or no? You like this or no? I'll turn it back on. Did you hear that? You couldn't hear it then? Uh-oh. You still couldn't hear it? Oh, Jesus. All the filters are coming off. Can you hear anything now? Can you hear that? Can you hear the filter when I talk? No? Y'all pranking me. Guys, I'm going to take a commercial break. I will be back in 3 minutes with coffee and good vibes. Stand by. If you're subbed, I guess you can watch me do weird things behind the scenes. If you're not subbed, I'll see you in a few minutes. Now, the secret to life, as I've been telling you, is... I said the secret to life that everybody's been asking about is... The ad's not playing and it's fucking me up. So as I was saying, the secret of life is... Oh, fuck. I can't get the timing right. I gotta really work on that. What's up, Jay? How you doing, mister? Ow. I'm gonna go rinse this out. I don't think I can compact 3 grounds into one thing. Bring a Gnosis and run a low-level site. Yeah, ratting kind of starts at like the Tech 3 Cruiser Praxis level, right? I think is what most people would consider. Good to see you, J-Bomb. Espresso is my key to life. Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm French pressing. I feel pretty cool. 1 second. Let me go rinse this out. Oh, I also have fruit today. So kind of a big day here on the Chlorocast. Trying to avoid high traffic. Yeah, C3 should be good for you, man. I think C3 will be a nice balance of opportunity. And there's so many of them, Ivan. All right, who can guess the fruit? If you can guess the fruit, you get nothing. If you can guess the fruit, I will spare you when I create a new world order. How's that sound? It's not a kiwi. Good guess. The secret to life and comedy is timing. Koname wants the fruit lingerie back. I feel like Koname might actually have sex with a fruit if left in a room with a handsome fruit. I think he might. Tomato. Fuck you all. No, it's I've had this before on stream, but nobody could guess it then. Anybody remember when I said it's a red something? It's red something. The name of the fruit is red blank. Ambrosia. Woo! Bringing back RimWorld vibes, baby. Red pear. Nope. Pineapple and banana pizza. How do I fire this guy from Twitch? What the fuck? Raptor, good to see you. Ivan, I highly recommend C3 is pretty quiet with nice opportunities and a case-based exit. Welcome back, everybody. Red pear, pineapple and pizza, fish, red apple, no. Who can guess my fruit? If you can guess my fruit, you win nothing.
Request accepted.
Serpent listen. You can't just keep rating me like this when I haven't even rated you back in like a hot minute, bro. This is a one-way relationship. Thank you, Serpent. Appreciate you. Fuck, all right, well, I tried to flex a little bit of power and I just immediately got checked out. Serpent, right now I'm making them guess my fruit. It's a red something. I love your content. Man, you're gonna make me start crying on my stream. Appreciate you, King. Guys, if you haven't checked out Servant, please go over and give him a follow. I'm sure he would love it. Begoniac figured it out. It's a red plum. It's a red plum. Right here, folks. Red plum. These stone fruit, right? They have a pit. And they're firm. And a little bit tangy, but very sweet nonetheless. Nice kind of waxy. This isn't red? Are you high? A regular plum? No, regular plums are darker. Oh, you're colorblind? Okay, all right, I'll let that slide. What's the 1, 2, 3 on this mobile depot technique? Well, you know, this is what people call speed tanking. I'm actually kind of being intentionally vague as to what's happening here, but it is all on screen if you figure it out. We're speed tanking, essentially. I'm going to talk about this in a Nomad's Tale. Don't worry. Regular plum is plum colored. Interesting. Normal plums are violet. Oh, I see. Yeah, so this is a red plum. And these things, I mean, hold on, let me steep my coffee first. Dulce di leche. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Who said I can't be a drug addict? Just give me caffeine. I'm actually not colorblind. I'm just a butt. How dare you? Is anybody actually colorblind that can just be offended at this man culturally appropriating your superpowers? Anybody? I'm not, so I can't. But I would be if I was. Trust me. I'd be all over that. Yo, real talk, who would go to New York if we did a meetup in New York? Eve meetup. I get a bunch of other streamers to do a New York meetup. Who would go? Any of you guys? Or no? Pookie says, my bad, y'all. You done fucked up, and I'm happy you know it. I need more water. Holy shit. See, the crazy part about this is like, just the whole having to do something for the coffee besides having a pot just pre-made for me is actually fun. I like this. Give it time. Would love to visit NYC. Yeah, depends on the season. Hey, Krav, how you doing? Yeah, and I'm thinking January. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm probably not going to go to Iceland anytime soon, right? And I doubt I would travel overseas for an Eve meetup. But like, if I did one nearby, I would totally go. And I bet you we could get other streamers to go too. I love New York. I'm new to the group, but possibly make the trip. Amazing. Sister manages Carnegie Hall out there. That's just a little job. Gail on a bike over on YouTube. What's up? So Connor wanted to know about the orbiting technique. We're speed tanking, right? I know I said that earlier. But just understand, if you don't have a pristinely strong speed tank, these things will kill you. That's all. Are you baiting New York meet in Syracuse? I don't know about Syracuse, bro. Are there any Eve streamers in GMT -5? Are there any Eve streamers on the East Coast of the United States? I mean, I guess. You mean like ones with viewers? I have no idea. Any East Coast streamers out there that get like some viewers? Iceland's my favorite place at the moment. Spent 5 weeks exploring Iceland this summer. If you go to Iceland, get out here. Well, certainly I would love to see it, but I'm not going to go somewhere for a convention. Wait, where does Laura live? I figured he was Midwest. I don't know why. I would go to Iceland to see the geography and talk to the people, not for Eve, though. I just think conventions are silly. That's all. Not like I'm trying to shit on it. I just don't have a good time. There's too many people. It's too much stimuli. You don't know where Laura lives, yet you have my exact address and social. And you call yourself a Laura stan. Pathetic. Yeah, it's a different world here, Ivan. It's not even so much about being soft. It's about some of us. I'll just try to help you understand why I say that shit. Obviously, I was joking, but some of us actually have very few ways to like help people out around us. You know, we find interesting ways. That's all. I don't ask you to care though. Trust me, I get it. It's just different here. That's all. Shout out to my pear enjoyers or my plum enjoyers. Man, I'm getting my fruit wrong. Marky's an Eastern streamer. Okay, there you go. He's from Spooky State. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. It's a red plum. Keeper of the Light is here with his PIN number in his ATM machine. Keeper, what's going on, mister? Would you like a bite? Too bad. I already put my stinky lips on it. I don't know why my lips are stinky. That's a weird word. It's so good. Brush your teeth. I'm pretty on the old brushing the teeth bandwagon. Makes you feel a lot better. I don't think my lips are stinky, don't worry. I just needed a bad word. This is a Magoose. This is a command destroyer, a Tech 2 destroyer. This is the Galente version called the Magoose. You paid to win today. DePago, take care, buddy. Have a wonderful evening. I know it's getting late. Hope you have an awesome end to your week, mister. What kind of spells does the Magoose cast? You're welcome. Here. Just standard stuff. Doesn't really matter, a lot of these slots. You'll notice that because my ships are super slow, the frigates actually stay right behind me. It's really funny. There's actually why I kept getting shot earlier. This is so good. Fuck me. This is so good. It's like the texture and the taste and the... Oh. Mother Nature did a hell of a job on the red plum. God damn, dude. Yeah, Ivan, I got you, bro. You're always allowed to poke fun at me, don't worry. But one of the things I like to do is find interesting ways to encourage people if I can help it. I'm in Timber. Oh, I thought you were talking about Tampa. What's up, Calderi Prime Pony Cub? Are you enjoying the fruit stream? What's your favorite good-looking ship in Eve? I mean, I'm just going to be the honest one here and say the Astero. Nobody else is going to say it because it's too conventional. Plums are like soft pears. Yeah, but this is awfully firm. You're watching my O face? I got the hairline out and the O face out today. God damn, shit's weird. Pony, good to see you. Ships of Sisters of Eve look Vulcan. I've never seen Star Trek.
Jumping.
SBT handing out subs here. Holy smokes. Thank you, SBT. Absolutely no ads for this lad. I'm trying to remember, Cody Prime. I know you've been here before. Are you a streamer as well? The way that they're acting, you make me think you're a streamer. I got you, Ivan. Don't worry. I don't know. This is the skin designer? Got you. Wait, like through Skinner or what? Hey guys, rule of 10,000. I'm happy to learn something new, and I don't feel ashamed for learning it. Medium Yasma Skins Timbre. So this is an artist that works for CCP or subcontracted or freelance? What is this? So I haven't heard of this. I apologize for not knowing who you were, but that's very cool. Medium Yasma Skin. I certainly hand out a lot of those. Cool. Well, we're talking directly about him, and I'm sure it's making them uncomfortable. I just wanted to know who it was. No worries. Good to see you. I'm glad I know who you are, and keep up the good work. You can go back to being a regular viewer now. Sorry to call you out. I just noticed they were talking about you. I'm like, I don't know what this person does. Don't worry. I've seen him in chat before. You gotta understand, I'm the most important person in the world, so I don't know who you guys are. I'm just kidding. I don't have time to learn who you guys are. I remember one time my girlfriend, I've said this before, one time my girlfriend's like, how do you know who these people are? Like, how do you know their names? I'm like, well, this is going to blow the mind, but these are all real people, like with real stories and real personalities. Like, you do actually get to know these chatters. Very cool. Very cool. Well, welcome to the chat. I'll let you go back to being normal again. I'm a real boy. Gotta put a pinch of salt in here. I noticed that the more cups I make, the worse it's getting, because I think I haven't soaped out the... I think I gotta soap this out between cups. I can't just rinse it, right? I'm noticing each time I use it with a rinse out, it's getting worse and worse. Let me put a little bit of salt in this coffee. That implies that Chlorokin talks to us about his significant... About us to his... Yeah, oh yeah, dude. I've even talked to her about individual people in my chat before. Usually when they're giving me a hard time, but sometimes also people that do something interesting are super nice. You're not allowed to clean your cup or the other thing you use? Why? I mean, I'll be real. Like, my girlfriend's not a gamer. She plays games with me. She doesn't understand stream culture, but then again, neither do I. But she's supportive, and she thinks it's cool that we can all have a good time. Coffee stuff are not to be cleaned ever. Oh, I see. I'll send you one isk as a thank you. Aw. I'll break it up into 10 and send it to 10 of my friends. Shout out to Serp for the big fat stinky raid. Gotta love it. Thank you again for that gifted sub, SBT. I think we scared off Caldari Prime, sadly. So if you guys find Caldari Prime again, make sure to send my regards and my apologies. The caffeine patina makes it more potent. I can't not think of a Cybertruck when I see the word patina these days. When did Blue Gray's contest end? I'm about to go on Discord real quick. Let me look. October 17th. It's tomorrow. Holy fuck. Look at this. The contest ends tomorrow. Let me post it. Hi all. Graybill's art contest ends tomorrow. Wait, let me at Graybill. Is he not on my server? That bastard. I'm boosting his shit and he's not even on my server. Unbelievable. The nerve of this guy. I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit. Yeah, so if you want to check that out, I'll post the link in my chats as well. I haven't vetted it or anything, but I trust that guy. He writes blogs for Eve. He's a partner. Said he's giving out a lot of Plex for an artist, so it's ending tomorrow if you want to get in. Told him I boost it. Once we finish this load, we only have 2 left, which is kind of hilarious. Like, a lot of gas been scooped, folks. Evening day for you, I suppose. P. Mitek, how are you? It is 5:50 p.m. That's 17:50 for my 24-hour friends. Amar trailer on Eve YouTube channel. In the comments, everyone is trashing the Amarian ship and lacking capacitors. Excellent. Fuck the Amar. As we like to say. Fuck the Amar. Man. So Vital Core, we know the math in case anybody's watching this and doesn't know what this is, but these things are $1.5 billion, 1.8 bill, something like that in that range, this whole site. So whenever you sit down and do these with a multi-box setup, you make a little chunk of change, right? The thing that I find fascinating about gas is like, you know, I watched that guy Dreadrat this morning and it's like, you know, 5, 6 accounts, all these faction dreads, and like, it's so much fucking clicking, man. I can't imagine doing that. Even if it was like 10 times the amount I'm making now, just no way. I'm just not trying to click that much, man. Rena, how are you? What's going on? How do I say this? Rena Sermis. Ah, we got a plus. We got a plus here, folks. Aw. Didn't mean to open that. Oops. All right, so we just picked up probably a wandering wormhole. It's hard to say what it is. We'll keep an eye on it. It's not a static rollover, though. I was wondering if that guy was rolling the statics or not. Sergeant Jack, what's up? How's the new coffee? So I don't have any like bougie coffee yet, but I did buy something called Dulce de Leche, which is a Latin American coffee. And it's very tasty. I'm just drinking it black all day. So I want to get some actual fancy beans at some point and try different coarse grindness and all that stuff. But for now, I'm just drinking something tasty. Starting it off small. Oh, is it a pause? Fuck told already end. Fuck Jetta. What's up, engineer? The role play is real. I'm glad you're doing well. That's awesome. Mike the lifeguard. Gonna do a little CPR on us if we accidentally get in over our heads. Get demolished every time, says Mitek. Oof. Yeah, so right. So this is just regular coffee that has a slight dulce de leche flavor to it. This is just coffee grounds with like a tiny bit of flavor in it that you brew like normal. If you're going to order this at a coffee shop, it's going to have like actual sweetened condensed milk in it, right? I think that's the difference. I don't know. Zachary, what's up, buddy? Mike says, I would rather not. Is it the hairline? Be honest with me. If I had an amazing hairline, would you give me mouth to mouth, Mike? Come on. Be real with me. I hate Amarians and Galentes. I hate Goons and Horde and Init and Frat and Drac. No, I'm just kidding. I like them all. Coffee's a big... Oh, okay. Oh, it's the taste. I got you. Hairline suits you? Oh, come on now. Appreciate you. I pretty much had a hairline up until like my 30s, and then like in the 30s it started to go. Clipped. You can make a dulce de leche by boiling a can of condensed milk slowly, yeah? Since you really seem to be into coffee, I'm not at all. I've only drank garbage tier coffee my whole life. You've heard of James Hoffman? Nope. I am brand new to the coffee game, friend. We all get to the point where our hairline looks like an N64 control. I've never heard that. That's amazing, dude. And I think what is balding? Like 1 in 3, 1 in 2, something like that? It's okay. James Hoffman, coffee content. I mean, if you're here tomorrow, you should link one to me in the morning if you're around. I'll watch it when I first start, when I'm making coffee. Sounds good. I think I'm going to have a YouTube channel for the stream where we can sub to stuff. I had that before, but I never really followed through on it. Probably have a YouTube account, not channel. I have a YouTube account that we can use on stream to follow and subscribe to people that you want me to. Mornings what for you? I'm -5, so New York time zone. So morning would be, 14, 15, 1600. It just, whenever I'm on is what I meant. I apologize. Definitely link something though next time. I probably won't watch it today. That's why I'm telling you next time. But if you link a James Hobson video and it's interesting, I'll definitely watch it tomorrow. Should be fun. Should be fun. Let's check how much gas is in here real quick. I want to say it's... Actually, I don't know. Under 50? Ooh-wee! God damn, we killed a VitCore. We killed a VitCore. The reason why this won't work is because I'll forget about it by tomorrow. And if I put it in the queue, it's also going to get lost. The queue is something I go through like on the weekends now. Yeah, I can't even sit here and give you a good solution other than trying to link it to me tomorrow. I got nothing. Bro, it's funny, like stream is like, it's like a black hole for me. It's like, it's like, I don't know where the time goes. I don't know what's happening in there. I just come on and talk. My hairline barely registers as a smile. Yeah. All right, well, maybe I'll rock the hairline proudly for my molding brothers and sisters. Konami says to think a month ago you would have left this cherry picked. No, a month ago I would have been doing hot cross buns on this motherfucker. But Nico showed me the math. Actually, he didn't show me the math at all. He showed me the technique and I did the math. Long story short, if you never heard it before, the chances of these things hitting me are lower than the number of stars in the universe by a huge factor, by like a factor of a bazillion. So we physically can't get touched. Fabio, what's up? Welcome back. HCB is out. I feel like I'm going to be embarrassed for not knowing what that is, but I get the impression. It's been a while. Listen, don't apologize for not coming to my stream. I'm just happy to see you. I hope you're doing well. Zach, speaking of math, I've been writing a skill plan optimizer going to use greedy Lagrangian optimization to find optimal remaps. Interesting. I'm not familiar with the mathematician there. I do know Jikistra, or however the fuck you say his name. Oh, hot cross buns is out. Yeah, we don't need to do that anymore because we've done the math on the spinning now. Hot cross buns is fine if you want to perch and you don't want to die. I wish there were gas huffing drones. That would be cool. I mean, gas needs to be completely reworked, Stratios, if I'm being honest. Like, you could give me a couple of weeks and I could put together like a full rework of this that would suit blocks, would suit high class, would suit low class, would suit solo players. I guarantee you I could do it. Now, I bet CCP could do it as well, but like whenever they change stuff, it ruins everything, so they have to be careful. Remember, these clouds doubled in volume, the size. The physical size of the clouds doubled, and that's what allows you to spin every cloud. Before that, spinning was speed tanking. Now it's distance tanking. Go get hired by CCP then? No, I'm good. Number one, they don't want me. Number two, I'm Gucci. I like the gamer status. Not all of us can be Bjorn B. You know what I'm saying? We can't all be that fucking cool, all right? Some of us have to be losers, okay? It's very important that we play that role. What ship are you flying? Says Mike. What's up, dude? So I'm flying 5 ships right now. And obviously 4 of them are prospects on your screen. The other one is a Magoose. This is a Magus. It's not a Dijkstra thing? Yeah. I figured it wasn't related. I was just explaining that's the only pathfinding stan I know. I mean, Zachary, I gotta be real. Yvemon does have a skill plan optimizer. Have you ever looked at their code? I'm gonna eat this trochee, and when the edibles kick in is when I get the fuck off stream. Yvemon not on Linux? Oh, okay, I haven't tried to run on Linux. I apologize, Zach. Yeah, definitely try to build one then. We obviously need more tooling. Good luck, everybody else. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's back these dudes off. Only one more trip left. It's like actually insane how fast this goes sometimes. Yvemon still exists? Yeah, it does. It's actually still highly usable. Yeah, I gotta say, I agree. I've never heard Dijkstra. I've never heard somebody actually pronounce it. I've never heard somebody pronounce it in my life. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm like that dude that reads words but doesn't hear them. Is it Dijkstra? It looks like it's Dijkstra now that I'm reading it. Dijkstra. Ah, okay. All right. Not sure if they're trying to get me to say Dyke or not or what. How many skins? 4? 4 of them? Dijkstra, got you. I've learned about Dijkstra and his various pathfinding flood fill algorithms from game dev hobbyists. So I never even watched a tutorial that would have even mentioned the name. I would have seen it read. I would have only read it, which is kind of humbling, but cool still. I'm not worried. Dijkstra. I coded A-Star Pathfinding in GameMaker Studio. That's where I first learned about Dijkstra's algorithm, the flood fill, kind of a based approach for the foundation of Greedy First, right? There's a Dutch name? Got you. Dijkstra. Very cool, Zachary. I hope you enjoy that. Even projects that aren't necessary, like maybe Yvemon could be ported, who knows? But I just like the idea of tinkering and getting in there. Huge. This was the code that I made based off of Dijkstra's. This is A-Star, which is another algorithm based off of Dijkstra. This is basically smart pathfinding that a lot of games used to use. I don't know if we have higher end pathfinding anymore or not. But it's really cool how it works. I learned a lot about math. I learned a lot about programming and algorithms trying to make this pathfinding module. Very cool. Thank you, chat, for teaching me how to pronounce Dijkstra. I feel less embarrassed now. Euler is also pronounced Euler. I did know Euler. I've heard Euler in a couple classes. But my field, what I studied, shockingly light on math. Also shockingly light on chemistry, given what it entailed. But that's okay. We're not going to sit here and condemn the U.S. education system any more than it condemns itself. How do you do the spin these days? Right. Well, I mean, most of the time you're just orbiting the cloud outside. But if you're on a vital core, it gets a little different. You're going to have to speed tank them, right? What I mean by that is you can't actually outrange these rats. If they chase you, they'll hit you and they'll one-shot you. You have to actually tank them with speed. So the math on that, I'm leaving it up for Nomad Tale 16. You'll find out about it then. Otherwise, you can just look what's on your screen and do the numbers yourself. If you're going to actually bust into the hit formula, good luck. It's not that bad. It's algebra, but it's obnoxious. It's a Dutch name. I expect there's going to be some kind of Dijkstra-like solution, but it's weird because it's reordering nodes, not transversing fixed nodes. See if this guy can make it out of here alive. I think he's good. Just got to get up speed, that's all. You get so lucky finding those auto cores. What if I told you it wasn't luck? Would you believe me, or you think I'm lying? I wouldn't expect a lot of math rigor and entomology, yeah. Well, the thing is, all science fields have a large component of statistical analysis in them. Now, you could say that's stats and not math, whatever you want to say. You know, you do need to know how to use math to do any type of paper at all if you want to actually analyze it. But, you know, I didn't have to do calculus for my program, which, you know, I guess you don't need it, but it would have been nice. I don't believe you. Yeah, so it's not luck. I position myself in places where the sites are going to be, right? So I live in high class with high class statics. I'll say this, if you find any old shatter hole, guess what? It could spawn cores. Isn't that what ChatGPT is for? That is not what ChatGPT is for. Getting triggered right now. Stats about calculus is like high school level math anyway, yeah. Well, I think stats it has its own depth. Like there's all types of high level stats classes, right? Actuarials have to learn it and stuff. But for me, no, I didn't really have to do much rigorous math at all. But I struggle with math, honestly. I do. I'm not that smart. They can't track you? Says Funky. Something that did kind of blow my fucking mind was for entomology, agroecology, some of the other stuff in that category. Like, they don't actually make you take organic chem, which doesn't make any sense. I never understood that. I should have taken it, but I didn't really want to because I suck at chemistry. I don't understand why you're not dying. That's a good question. Seems like they're getting awfully close to hitting me, but just no cigar. They're just barely missing it. Privet. So basically, we're just speed tanking Funky. It's just a very strong one. Very strong. Very strong, yeah? It's a very strong one, I guess, is the best way I could put it. If I do this, does this help at all or no? I did learn a lot of amazing things in that program. The school was very good. It's just, you know, I've told you before, I actually don't use that degree at all. Glenn is here. What's up, gangster? You holding up? You still stapled together? Yeah, so the ones in the ICR have missiles that hit out a lot farther. These ones are pretty much entirely turrets. Yeah, these are a big problem if you're a gas scooper trying to figure out what to do against these. You see me doing it here; it looks so easy, right? And I was also shocked as well when I learned about it. But if you don't want to wait for Nomad Tail 16, I recommend go look up the hit chance formula and start doing some math like I did. I am confident that I am actually immune to these, meaning there's no actual chance they could hit me because the numbers are so infinitesimally small that there's no way they're actually doing the floating point math to achieve them. So it's my assertion that there is a threshold where you become invincible to turrets. We all know that exists, but to mathematically show it is fun because that limit is based on technology, not arbitrary limits defined by the developers, but instead limits imposed by the engine. Jedi Hopping is what to search for. You're not going to see too many people doing this. Some people understand it, but granted, the fact that I didn't understand it was shocking given how often I do this and how curious I generally tend to be. But it's good. It shows you there's still so much more to learn. I do this a fair amount. So Stratios earlier was talking about he didn't really believe me that I can find unlimited vital cores and stuff like that. And it's true. Some days I can't find them. But like, just imagine if like this is where you live, right? let's say you have like a class 5 static every day, and this is also like a 5 or like a 6. Like this already is like a pretty decent chance to find cores without even scanning out of your pocket. But like you start just going out a little tiny bit more, and these are all like high class as well. It's like the chances of finding a core site is so high when you're surrounded by high class, right? If you're finding minors and perimeters and stuff like that, or perimeters and frontiers, it's because you're closer to low class. Margin of error of me fucking up is too big. I'll just sit on top. Yeah, you can definitely lose prospects this way. And let me tell you, my shits ain't cheap. Damn, you're an evil genius. No, you're an evil genius. We had coffee, we had fruit. It's been almost 2 weeks since I smoked weed. 1.5 is way lower than I would expect to be viable. Wait, I'm missing. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, what? What if the floating point math would round up to give a result too small to represent? Sure. I mean, we would never know without seeing the code, Lucas. I'm willing to bet that they round and toss it. The truth is that we don't actually collect the data because I'm not recording every time these things shoot me. But even if we did collect the data, it would take us more lifetimes than every human that's ever existed put together to actually get any useful data. And like that times 12 billion, times unfathomable numbers. I did the math on this, and the scientific notation of me getting hit was like 1063 or something. It's a number you can't even like understand. You're huffing with a tanked up solo prospect? No, there's 4 of them there. Your angular velocity. Shh. Don't tell them. Yeah, Lucas, the truth is that we'll never know. I'm just guessing. The floating point math is certainly not this precise, but they could do some threshold rounding. Sure. I'm willing to bet they don't, just because why would they? But that's a terrible, terrible, terrible hunch to have for an unprovable hypothesis. So let's just say we don't know and say that you could be right for sure. Got to get back to my 1 ghost out a week at minimum profile next week. Yeah, I still think about that sometimes. It sounds like such bullshit, but I 100% believe you. I'm just jealous. So a lot of people focus heavily on transversal, right? You guys know transversal velocity? Transversal actually is not used at all in hit chance. Now, that's actually not true. It is used, but it's used as a part of angular velocity. Angular velocity is basically both the target and the recipient's transversal compared to each other. So if you have transversal on your bar, you might want to consider putting angular on it and learning what that is, because it's actually more relevant to tracking. Yep. 100% Lucas. I mean, you can see the proof is in the pudding. Nico has been doing this for years. Well, I'll just say years. Never died. I've been doing it for a month or 2 now. Never died. So the sample size is not relevant. It's too small. It's insignificant, meaning we couldn't, even if we did this for another 20 years, the sample size is still worthless. So we'll never know the numbers, but you get to a point where it becomes practically useful to know this. Angular is the most underrated comm. Yeah, I don't use it in PvP. I'm not good enough for all that shite, but I should. Especially, it's nice because it's just a 3-digit number, right? It scales really nicely. You can kind of immediately compare it. It's nice. Also, Angular is important for defensive purposes too. For offensive purposes as well. It's both, right? You really need to know it, but it's up to you. If you're like an average PvPer or bad like me, it's not going to make a difference. It's about who and when you engage, right? But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of a lecture in a Nomad Tale. That's why I don't want to just spill all the beans yet, but everything's here. You can just see it. I'm just not going to do the long math for you until you watch the show. I'm also not going to popularize it, meaning I'm not going to like make a video about it until another month or 2 when I do a Nomad Tale 16, because you know, I kind of personally benefit from fewer people knowing about this, I guess. And also the person that taught me, give him a few more months. Here's a question. So if I'm running a Wild Heart Barbarian and I'm playing with Gale, I'd like to replace Shadowheart and Asterion with 2 more guys, but I don't really care for any of the standard people. So I'm thinking of doing the hireling system, which I haven't played with yet. The problem is I guess I'll miss storyline for that. But Asterion sucks, G. I don't like that guy. And Shadowheart, it's like, I don't know, man. I'm not about that life. If you get hit by doing this, you got to go buy a lottery ticket. If I got hit doing this, it means I didn't understand the math. That's all it means, Lucas. Angular and Abyssal? Astron sucks. Yeah, make sure not to spoil anything for me. But yeah, I'm only in Act 1. Yeah, I don't really like the rogue as I would play it as my main if I was going to run it, but I don't want to get it as like a support class. It does very little. It's just a free attack every turn with like the stealth. There's other stuff you can do. He bites, but I really like the Wild Heart Barbarian. I mean, I have a Bear Heart in, which means like I don't take any damage. So I just send my Barbarian out there and just like 1v9 everybody. And everybody else sits back and like, you know. But I'm thinking about playing with stuff. I'm just thinking about it now because, you know, I'm gonna play some BG3 later. By the way, if you've never been to my stream before, come by tomorrow, afternoon time. I'm gonna do an NPSI, and the ships, my friend, are on me. Zach Ray, okay. Shower. If you guys haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, it's a really fucking amazing game. My girlfriend, who doesn't really play games, absolutely loves it. You can respect the Origin Kara's class any way you want. Oh, you can respect them too? I didn't know that. Hey, Nox, thank you for that. That's huge. Oh, wow. So their class isn't going to affect the storyline. I see. Cool. I like that. I like the way this guy thinks. We probably have less than 10k left in the cloud, right? Mamma mia, I'm so good at this. It's like I know what I'm doing. Cybernetics 5? What the? I just trained Cybernetics 5 on my prospect? What the fuck's going on here? Why would you do that? Nico, why would you do that? I don't know, Sonic puts it best, man. Gotta go fast. Sometimes you are the grass and sometimes you are the snake. Yeah, Nox, I know about whether I didn't know you could do the origin characters. Cool. All right, so I might keep some of them for their personalities and ditch their classes. Someone's going for Mind Links. You think? Well, I have Mind Links on this guy already. He's maxed. He's got the mining foreman link, right? Why would the prospects want Cyber 5, Jay? What the fudge? Snaked prospects. What about Nomad prospects? What about Halo prospects? What about Ascended prospects? What about Ass Clap prospects? Yeah, I'm thinking something like Snakes will be really fun, just for fun. Have you played a Dirge original character? Have you played Dirge origin character? I don't know who Dirge is. I just started. I'm in Act 1. Oh, Dark Urge. No. I haven't seen him yet. Is he? He must be later. I think I'm in Act 1. I just got to the Mountain Pass. I've played through a bunch of times to the Mountain Pass with my girl without her. I'm just testing classes. But I haven't seen Dark Urge yet. Nope. Oh, he's like another challenge mode? Ah, okay. Oh, I see. Nox, I actually have Wild Heart and I have Animal Speaking and it's fucking awesome. Dude, when I killed the owlbear's little baby, she was like, no! And she like started raging at me. I'm like, I don't want animal speaking for that. Dude, I talk to all the animals more than the people. Yeah, my barbarian is wild heart with a bear heart, so it's like, it's just kind of easy mode. I'm also on tactician mode, so it's hard. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, and the battles are difficult. But I am getting better. You killed the baby owlbear? Yeah, well, actually, I did. I've killed the owlbear. I've let him go. I've gone around him. I've stolen the egg. I've done a bunch of different things to the owlbear with different saves. On my last one, I killed the baby owlbear first because I didn't want to see him eat his mom again. Gonna get some 5% gas implants for the ventures? Certainly. We'll put all the accoutrement implants on there as well, but we're gonna put a set on them. High-grade snakes, nomads, something like that. And strictly just for fun and clout, that's all. You don't need them. You can actually tank these without, with shit skills. You actually don't need skills to tank these. It's just for fun. The owlbear should have chilled. No, seriously though, Baldur's Gate 3, I didn't know that people were still making games that good. I didn't know that we still made games of this high quality. It is truly, it's got to be the best, like, newish game that I've ever, like, played in recent times. It's so unbelievably good in so many ways that I can't even talk about it yet. And I'm just, like, kind of just starting to get into it. I've never really played D&D, so that's probably part of it for me, is that I'm just now getting into this world of spell slots and camping and stuff. Looking forward to learning the new core techniques? Yeah, of course, Blue Gray. And I hate to, like, you know, tease you. It is all right here. We are speed tanking, but I'll do the math for you in a Nomad Tale 16 so it can really click for you. Dark Urge is selected at the start of the game. A completely unique way to play, as the name suggests. Ah, okay. Yeah, that sounds awesome. I love that. There's so much replayability, it's disgusting. Got 200 hours in BG3, one solo with a friend, both for different story. Lovely game, yeah. Because they're indie devs. Larian? I'm sure that's related. Satisfactory was the last original truly gate game I've played, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The autism trap style of games don't really cater to me as much, and I know I'm just using this lightly. I'm, with all respect to my dear neurodivergent friends. The idea is like Factorio, Satisfactory. Like, it's hard for me to want to start that because I know how that ends. Or SRS, yeah, I have an Ultimate Iron Man in RuneScape. And that's the one autism trap I have been a part of. I have multiple characters in OSRS. I even have RS3 character. But the funny part, Father, I've told this story before. But before a Nomad Tale, I quit playing my Ultimate Iron Man in RuneScape, and then I started a Nomad Tale like the next day because I was tired of grinding CG on my YoAM. And then after like episode 7 of a Nomad Tale, I went back to CG, Corrupted Gauntlet, and farmed the Bow of Fire then, and then I kind of don't really play too much anymore. UIM ate my will to live, yeah. I have a pretty decent mid-game UIM. It's super fun. I just, you know, don't really need to play RuneScape. Eve is a lot more entertaining for me at the moment. My autism loves Factorio. Hell yeah. What's up, Sarah? This cloud is going to go poof in like a second. Ready? Yeah, Ultimate Iron Man is sick. A really fantastic way to play RuneScape. Definitely not for everybody, but people that are like, oh, it's too hard. Like, fair. It's just slower. That's all. Makes the game really fun. Yeah, Father, yeah. I'm in the UIM chats when I do play. That was Yoda, wasn't it? Yeah, I know it is. I'm actually friends with the guy that runs the UIM CC. Yep. UIM losses are pretty hilarious. When you juggle piles like late game, it's like you're asking for it, but I understand why they do it. Mid game UIM is the best. You don't have to juggle piles. You can just chill out. Hey, poofity poof poof. Poofity poof 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 poof. All right, all right. All right. Okay. I see what's cooking. Fab says, I'm off again. Have a good one. I'm going to be Hero Dad until Monday. Kids vacation. Awesome. Yeah. Don't even just be a Hero Dad. Find a reason to like that shit. You know what I'm saying? That would be the hardest part for me. Good luck. I'm rooting for you, and I will see you soon, Fabby. Chess Kitten is here. What's up? Destroying sleeper habitats? Is that what gas sites are to you? Who wants to be Konome's boyfriend? Anybody? Is anybody single? I'm not gonna stop streaming until Koname is in a relationship. So. God. You know what the craziest thing is about today? After that Dread pilot that I stole money from and I talked to him and returned a bit of money because he was so cool, he showed me a screenshot of his system map with all of his safe spots. Just unprompted. I'm just like, because he trusts me, I guess, because of a Nomad Tail, but I'm just like, dude, don't do that. Are you, and I say this respectfully, fucking crazy? He showed me all of his abyssal safe spots. I hope he's watching and just gonna troll me now. Too funny. Alright, let me grab El Gasolino and tie up some loose ends, and then we'll probably pop on Jack and take a look at my skill. I hope you let him know it was too much information. No, I actually showed him a picture of my safe spots too. I literally sent him a picture of mine. I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing this. I seriously did. I showed him mine and I was like, nice. But I just couldn't believe he sent it to me. I'm just like, all right, well. And the worst part is I just told him about Yaramel and how I know Yaramel too. I'm just like, dude, like, I could DM him. He would come. The good news is it doesn't really matter if you know where my save spots are because I have so many of them and I burn them and make new ones, all this type of stuff. But his are relevant because he has 4 dreads sitting in that system. One of the safe spots even had a dread icon on it. I love him, dude. Is this the game of Show Me Yours because mine is bigger? No, he had more safes in that system than me, actually. I showed him mine after. I had a couple fewer than him. Yeah, he had a lot, which is pretty normal. I don't go overboard on anyone's system these days. But his was bigger, technically. He big brothered me. Wait, can you big brother someone about? Never mind. Anyway, so who's Konome's boyfriend? That's the only thing I care about anymore. No single chatters. Oh, wow. Can you imagine? All right, close that down. So we just scooped... Is that right? Hold on. Yo, I feel like there was some gas missing from that cloud I didn't catch. Hold on. How much gas is supposed to be in there? Let me take a quick goosey gander. Oh my god, another ad break coming soon. How lucky are we? So there should be 240 M3 worth in there. We have 21. Ah, somebody took a load off of my VCR, which is why it was so fast. Is that right? Did I make a mistake somewhere? How did I forget that? I don't really care, I guess, at the end of the day, but math is hard, man. Okay? All right, now for the hardest part. I'll show you this part. Ready? This is the hardest part, is how do you get your Magoose out of here without getting one shot? If I click warp off, he insta-dies. So what do you do? Well... anybody know? Anybody know what to do? It's not the size, it's the technique. Some people it's about the size. Others it's about the technique. Don't let anybody tell you that, you know, that type of shit doesn't matter to everybody. Some people it does. You just stay away from them. That's all. Alright, so here's what we do, chat. Go first person mode and wait for a bookmark to appear in our crosshairs. Done. Easy. Nothing to it. Obviously, you can pick any of these. We'll just pick this one. The idea is you need to get the fuck off grid very quickly, and you cannot ruin your angular. Watch the angular. Watch it. See, it doesn't go down. If we try to orbit at them, we're fucked. You saw how it just dropped as the afterburner kicked off? You only got a little bit of time. Never use first person view. I actually use first person when I undock as well to hit the right undock bookmarks in like weird angles like Jetta sometimes puts you out at. Blabloni, what's going on? Bob Looney, excuse me. I'm single, I have many monies. Unfortunately, monies is not going to get you anywhere in Chloroquin's dating service. We specifically, don't disclose salaries when we do speed dating. But I'm glad you have some money you can take care of your partner. That's good. Good to see you, by the way. Jokes aside. Mosar Trillar. Spiral away. That might work, yeah. You basically would just have to spiral into a warp point. He's a size queen. So my Boosh is actually offline right now, which is fixable. I just don't really need it with the afterburner. But Boosh doesn't really save you there because we're actually so close to these guys that if you Boosh, you're still within range. These dudes are terrifying. They are the scariest of the gas rats for sure. All right, so what do you do right now? Well, a couple of different things. I am going to Alt F4 in the middle of the site because why the fuck not? And I'm going to flip over to the BRB screen, play a couple ads, and then we're going to look at some other characters when I come back. Yeah? Thoughts? Prayers? Dreams? Revealing statements? Dark secrets? Games of telephone. We will be winding down here relatively soonish, but not quite yet for those that want to stay in the loop. We're going to look at our Blops characters and see how they're coming along. More coffee? And I think I'm going to coffee for the day. I'm still hyped up. You are a cool dude. I made the right choice to subscribe. Ivan, thanks for coming. You are also a cool dude. I will hopefully see you again sometime in the future, yeah? I have 21 viewers on YouTube. Whoa, usually it's like 5 or 10. That's awesome. Hi, YouTube viewers. I love you. Just don't tell Twitch. They get jealous. All right, so I injected a shitload of SP into Yak the Needle. And why? It's because we want to get him in a Blops, yeah? Capiche? So if the goal is to get Dooman in a Blops, we need 8 million SP. Wow, that was disgusting and not at all necessary. But I'm going to slowly look at this real quick, and after the commercial break, I will walk you through what we're going to do. And then I'll give out a succubus skin. How's that sound? Shh, don't tell anybody, though. I don't want the viewers to spike. I don't want that. So you can see the amount of skills we're going to have to train is ludicrous. I've settled on the Panther, even though Redeemer is better in most ways. I actually just like the Panther, and that's enough for me. I can still apply 1k plus DPS. I can still newt. I can still jump. It's no big deal. It doesn't really matter. Okay? My opinion. Now, if people want to bring sins and stuff, you'll have to probably theory craft something useful. But that's really kind of what it comes down to. As long as you can do that, you'll be good. I'm training in the Panther for this. And the rationale, by the way, you don't even have to be followed for the giveaway, so don't feel like you have to. My rationale is simple. I want to potentially get something going this weekend, so I'm going to have to actually inject into this. You can see I have 4 million SP, I need 8, and this is just to get started, so I'm not even close. Luckily, I had a chatter sell me 10 skill extractors for 69 million ISK. And I tried explaining to him, like, this is not the right price. You need to set this at 4.6 bill. And he was like, haha, no worries. I'm like, no, seriously, put it at 4.5 bill. This is crazy. And he's like, okay. And then he just never did it. So I accepted them. So for the remaining SP here, we're probably going to move some skill points around on Jack instead of just dumping money into the game. We don't want to support CCP. That would be terrible, right? So this should probably be done, I'm assuming, by tonight. And as far as Jilly Beans is concerned, I'm actually just going to throw CCP, like, what is it, a couple of bucks to get one of those stupid skill point packages to get her up to date. She just needs to Sino Hunt, right? I'm just going to spend some of your money that you give me on my character to entertain you so I can play the game on the stream so you can watch and I can kill and catch. It's just like a big circle jerk. That's it. The whole thing. So, My goal tomorrow, I'm not going to be talking about blops at all. But on Saturday, I'm going to be hitting up the people that have contacted me for the preform. And I'm going to be doing a move up and getting out to Curse and seeing what's up with anybody that has the balls to make it happen. So if you want to join me for some blops and have the ability to hunt and drop at the same exact time with 2 accounts, then I want to hear from you. If you would like to tag along and be a part of it, but not go so crazy, stand by. We'll get you in a week or 2. But Blooney says, is the succubus single? I like the sound of her name. Ooh, do we have a second Torny chatter? Koname, he's taking your job, bro. Bob Looney is taking your horny job. I can't fucking believe it. The nerve of this guy. If you haven't heard this song before, I know YouTube can't hear it, but on Twitch, if you haven't heard this song, this is the Hydralisk song. Because in this here, it sounds like a Hydralisk spitting needles. It's the fucking same noise. Anyway, welcome back. So my dream is that by next week, I might have 1 or 2 friends that come along with me in Curse to drop people. And I would love to do it with OPSEC censoring on stream and just goof around and see if anybody decides to rat in front of us, we could drop them. It would be great content. We'd have a wonderful time doing it. I'd also like to do a fleet on the weekend off stream to chill with the homies. Now, I am lagging. Fuck. Wow, I haven't seen it be this bad in a while. Is the stream toasted? Is the stream toasted? I can't tell if the stream is toasted. No, it's me. Yo, it's so toasted. It won't stop being toasted. Oh, man. Do I have to end it here? I mean, there's nothing I can do other than wait or end the stream. I'll give it another minute or 2. See if we can do the giveaway still. This used to happen every stream, by the way. Yeah, it just doesn't have perms to read. You can still see and hear. Yeah, it's my ISP, yeah. I used to have problems like this constantly. It looks like it's trying to stabilize. It's getting less and less every time. Wow. I think it's stabilized. I think they just were doing work. Let's try a refresh. All right, guys, try to refresh, see if it works. We can still do a little giveaway, I think, as long as I don't start lagging again. Try refreshing the stream, YouTubers. Sorry for lag. Okay. Wow, I haven't had some serial lag like that in a hot minute. It feels bad, man. I don't know if anybody's still here, but maybe that was a good time for lag because it'll kick all the freeloaders looking for that dank giveaway win, yeah? No? Okay, sorry. I always get really anxious and I feel really shitty whenever I lag, but it happens so infrequently now, it's okay. This to me looks like somebody literally working on the lines now that did a little hot swapping, maybe a quick reroute, or this was a weather inclement thing and down the way. It's just not bad weather though, so I'm not sure what it could be. Should be a quick little refresh, and then we'll get back to the chit-chatting and chilling. I'll keep this open so I pay attention. Guys, if you ever see the stream lagging, assume it's me, and just hit me up in chat and be like, dude, lag. And I'll immediately look. I didn't notice for like a minute there. That was brutal. Thank you for being patient. It looks like I still have a ton of viewers here, thanks in part to Serp. Thanks for hanging out and being so patient with me. During the break and during the lag, I was mentioning that I'm basically putting together a Blops group. You're welcome to join it. If you can drop and hunt at the same time, hit me up. Otherwise, wait a week or two and we'll get you in as a bystander. Okay? Ooh, I know this guy. What's funny is other people blops out of here as well. For example, here's a horde group that's blopsing right now out of here. It looks like a multi-boxer. Curva is here. Wow, you guys got here quick. Anyway, long story short, you guys are welcome to hit me up about that. But we're going to do a little giveaway today. And then tomorrow we're going to do an NPSI. I just want you guys all to know what we're doing. What's up, Manny? What's up, Sir Gustus? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? So here's the deal. We don't have to worry so much about this. The goal is to have something cool to do on stream and also for me to run a small corp on the side. But it's not going to be the main point of the stream. Point of the stream is chit-chatting. So with that out of the way, let's move towards everybody's favorite part of the day. The giveaway part. Yeah? And then we'll wind this graceful beast down before I start lagging again. Feels bad, man. How should we do a giveaway? Should we do a giveaway for silhouette guessing? Should we do... We can't do Pictionary. I don't want to leave YouTube out today. Should we do a raffle on my Discord? New method? I hate giveaways. The only thing worse than winning is losing. I know. To be honest, giveaways are fun for me whenever I do them every once in a while. I just don't like to put them in the stream title. I don't like to make it the point of the stream. You know what it is. Give wife. Discord? All right, let's do a Discord one. Nervous and anxious at the job interview tomorrow? Sir Gustus, you got this, dude. Stop tripping. I know you got this. Marbles is the best? I'm good. Marbles looks stupid to me. I know some people like it. I just don't like it that much. What's up, Enigma? I'd rather have Chinese takeaway over a giveaway. Damn, I should get Chinese then. Actually, I gotta stop. I gotta cook today. I haven't been cooking recently. Let's do it on Discord, guys. That way everybody has a chance to win, even YouTubers, yeah? So if you go over to my Discord right now and you go to the giveaways channel, let me get you a link real quick. We'll leave it open for 5 minutes. Come on down to my Discord, and in the giveaways channel, we're gonna do a giveaway for 5 minutes, one winner, and this is for a Succubus Media Miasma skin. Now, the way you enter is to tap on the present icon right here to enter. That's right. Shoutcasting marbles is kind of funny. Yeah, I'll leave it to the other guys. I don't want to steal their thunder. Make sure to drop the poop emote. I was the first pooper, by the way. You guys are slow as hell. Everybody make sure to click it. You only have 4 minutes and change to do it. After that, we'll wind this down. Of course, please come back tomorrow and do an NPSI. If you have never been here before and don't know how that works, dude, it's so fucking easy. We just go out and rip a needle jack and just kill people that show up. It's amazing. Do we die a lot? Yeah, but you're losing my ships, donated ships, so what's the problem, right? Fun day today. So these are all Horde here? Horde. Yeah, so this must be their Blops group. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, roughly what time? Oh no, the Blop stuff is in the future. I do an NPSI where we basically bring like, you know, fast cruisers or below. And we just go out there and sit on Ansiblexes and hunt Ishtars and stuff. Yeah, NPSI will be in Jitta, roughly 15 to 1800. It could be a little later though. I don't want to fuck up your day by giving me the wrong time. But I would say 15 to 18 in that range. Not before though. And I'm going to do this every Friday. Now, other people do fleets on Friday too. I might move my day around here or there, but I'm going to do an NPSI once a week forever and always because it's super fun. It used to be the main point of my stream, the NPSIs, and I don't really like that. I like chatting being the main point. But I do like the NPSIs. We get to get out there together and have a good time. It's so much fucking fun. Guys, you only have 3 minutes left. Get over to my Discord. Or forever hold your peace. I drank too much coffee and I can feel the come down now. I'm just like, I don't like this. So I guess I should drink more coffee. Right? I think it would also be... Now, I'll save that one for tomorrow. Asa says, got a Vargar Galnet skin. Also got Saber and Prowler earlier. Thanks, Chloro. I didn't give you any of those. Are you forgetting who gave them to you? Am I getting credit for another streamer's giveaway? Bandit says, Red Wine Friday. Yeah, maybe I'll have a little bit of tequila tomorrow. Probably not. It's too early in the day when I stream. Yeah, well, I'll certainly do it every week, and if you miss it, the VOD is a good time to watch too, but please come by sometime if the time lines up. Bandit doesn't like tequila. Yeah, it's got a weird taste to it, it's true. I feel that way about whiskey, Bandit. The way you feel about tequila, I feel about whiskey. 30 entrants. If you guys are not in the contest, then you will not have a chance to win. Wait, are you comparing tequila to Sambuca? You're comparing a spirit to a liqueur? That's not fair. That's like saying like, oh, I hate vodka, but I love Cointreau. Wait, Sambuca's a liqueur, right? Yeah. It's the coffee one? No, that's Kahlua. What's Sambuca? Is that the minty one? No, that's Ouzo. What's Sambuca again? Ouzo is the licorice one. Kahlua is the coffee one. Oh, it's like Ouzo? Oh, okay. Anise? Okay. So it's like licorice? Okay. Yeah, I've had Sambuca. I just couldn't remember what it was. I'm going to get confused with Ouzo. That makes sense. Not really a educated drinker out here, folks. I was drinking a little bit last month, earlier this month. I think I'm gonna do a pub crawl for Halloween. Anybody in the area, you can come on down. I'm good on Sambuca. Yeah, Ouzo and stuff, the licorice anise thing and alcohol does make me want to yak. I'm out Saturday. Well, if you can find your way to Pennsylvania, you can come on my bar crawl. I want to dress up as a Teletubby. I just don't know which color yet. Scotland? Okay, fair enough. Uh-oh, we have a winner. Ding, 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 ding. Sherlock. Holy smokes. I don't know who Sherlock is, but I love the word Sherlock. Hi. You've won. Congratulations, Sherlock. I don't know who you are, but maybe I will now. Let's see if we can get their username. Hey, there he is. Look at that. He even chimed up in chat. That's amazing. Let me see if I can fetch it from here. Mr. Sherlock 5. Hope you had a good week, buddy. Let's see if we can get his username. We'll send that out here. By the way, guys, I keep mentioning giveaways are not the point of the show, but I do a couple. Did it work? No worries. No worries, man. We'll just give your prize to someone else. It's okay. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, even though giveaways aren't the point of the show, I do like them sometimes. Okay. Over the weekend, I'm going to do a giveaway on my Discord every weekend from Friday until Monday as a way to bridge the streams together. So every weekend, make sure to pop on my Discord and check that giveaways channel. Sherlock, what's your username? Is it hard to type? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The stream has come to a screeching halt here, ladies and gentlemen. Get this man his prize. I can't. I don't know who to send it to. So sad. All right, should we give it to someone else? He's going to love that. Oh, there it is. Ah, all right. We tried. We tried to give it to somebody else. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you. I only do that if you don't respond. All right, so the trick here is, can I give him a succubus skin without giving him all 14 of them? That's the question. I think we're on our way to victory here. Congratulations, Haitokado. I think I've seen that name before. Holy smokes. Is that your alt account? Just kidding. You guys are allowed to cheat. It's okay. I don't care. Congratulations. Thanks for being here, guys. Please show up tomorrow for some NPSI. We always kind of get a huge numbers these days. I don't know if it's because I'm popular or because you guys are generous or because I'm lucky. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just thankful. You were in the NPSI? Okay. I'm just playing. I definitely saw that name before. I hope to see you again, buddy. Congratulations. At this point in time, what I usually like to do is ask if there's anybody you would like me to raid. Maybe we can check them out. No promises. Otherwise, I hope to God you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, right? Sorry, my mic cut out there. I forgot there's no mic on this screen. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I appreciate every last one of you. Sarasfield over on YouTube, goodbye. Thanks for coming by. I love that people on YouTube are watching me. That's crazy. I thought you guys would clown me. Like, stop it. We just want to know about Tail. But you guys are super cool. Nobody to suggest Zach? No worries. Could read Welsh. Good night. Good fight. Good night. Mir Kenneth, take care. I'll see you soon. I'm sure. Cranit, as always, mister. Take care, buddy. Go on, Sniper. J-Bomb, thanks for coming by again. Much love. Give your partner a hug for me, yeah? If they're around. SBT says, have a great one, mate. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, SBT, for being yourself. Thanks for that gifted sub earlier. And keep sharing. Keep talking to me about what's going on. I like it. I like it. You tell me a little bit about your life. I'll tell you a little bit about my life. Enigma, see you, buddy. Mir, I see. He's not an Eve streamer, but this guy Schnaff plays keyboard guitar. Lee J, take care. Gail, I'll see you soon. Mr. Fish, sorry for missing you today. I can't believe I dare miss an early bird. I appreciate you, Fish. I'll see you soon. Lou Gray, good vibes as always. Take care. Cassie Bear, thank you for coming. Pink username, arguably the second best color after purple, but maybe that just makes me a little bit feminine. Take care, Cassie. Manny, adios. Let's see here. Somebody recommended Sniper. Somebody recommended a non-Eve streamer. Let me see what we got here. Let me take a look at the list. If there's somebody I can get back, I will. If not, we'll use one of your suggestions. Larry, Gideon, Avalis, Pink Scope, Sniper, Chris is on Welsh, Wade Ama Scout, Days and Mira-like, My Hazard, sorry, Melly Hazard, Autonomous Donk, sick name. Okay, how about an Eve streamer today? Not to shit on Fish's recommendation. I do apologize. I love you though. How about an Eve streamer? Anybody know an Eve streamer with a couple of viewers that would benefit from having a few people to talk to? That would be kind of cool. And somebody said Sniper Chris. We could do him. He's definitely not tiny. If I don't hear any other suggestions, I'm down for Sniper. Gideon G. What's their story? Oh, viewer count, got you. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna rate it to Sniper today. I'm a little bit lazy, I'm not gonna lie, to actually figure out who these people are, and I hate to rate it to somebody that I have no idea what they're doing, in case they're weird. But I appreciate every last one of you. Thank you for coming by. Thanks for saying hello, goodbye, good spirits. Thanks for putting up with my hairline and my silly pronunciations of Jikistra. But I guess that's just who I am, so. Appreciate y'all. I will see you soon. Be good to those that you love, and fly curiously.